92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The only surefire way to a woman's heart is to beat her at a beer chugging contest.
What?
Everybody knows that, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
Pound a couple of Coors Lights in her face, and she will be yours forever.
Oh, I'm
That's
weak
what
in
my-
the knees just thinking about
See?
it.
So my grandmother always told me. Ken is on the phone to do a second date update today. He wants to call a girl named Nikki. Apparently, that's how he got her number. Just beat her at a beer chugging contest. What's up, Ken? How are you?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty
Hey.
good. Thank you for your email. Appreciate it.
No, absolutely. I'm excited to be talking with you.
So your email said that you beat this girl at a beer chugging contest, and that's how you got the job done.
I did. Yeah.
Tell us how that went down.
Well, I was at my favorite spot, and I was just kind of hanging out, and I noticed this gal, Nikki, like right away. She was in with a couple friends of hers, just kind of hanging out, and she definitely caught my eye.
So you saw her and thought, classy, I need to beat her by chugging beers.
No, that came much later. She just had that look, though, like this girl can party. You know what I mean?
That's what every girl wants to be described as. She looks like she just lived a hard life and knows how to slam a beer or two.
Well, you know how a lot of women will order like an apple martini or something girly like that. She was pounding beer, and I was like impressed.
Okay, so how'd the beer chugging contest start?
Well, I bought her a beer, from her and her friends. I bought them like a pitcher of beer, and the bartender brought it over to her, and they didn't even look my direction.
Oh, that
Which
sucks.
means they didn't care at
Yeah.
all.
They were just thank you.
No, yep, free beer.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, they were actually talking up the bartender more. Like he was getting all the juice for.
For your free beer.
But that didn't really sit well with me, so I figured I should at least talk to her.
Okay, and so you just go up to her and say, hey, by the way, I bought you that beer. You might want to say thanks.
Well, you're half right. I said, by the way, I did buy you that beer, and then I was like, you look like you can handle your beer.
Again,
Well, that's
not
a-
a compliment.
that's a weird
None
thing
of
to
that
say.
is
Yeah.
a lovely thing to hear.
Well, she actually responded pretty well to that. I think she's used to guys just being like, what's your sign or whatever corny lines guys feed girls at bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she kind of looked at me with like like I got her attention. You know what I mean?
You definitely got her attention. I don't know if it was a good thing. Yeah.
So we actually start talking, and she was actually impressed with the beer that I had picked out for them. And she said, you actually look like a bit of a lightweight. I'm surprised you even know what this beer is.
I love how you guys are just insulting each other back
Yeah.
and forth.
Well, she's talking smack
No.
too. I kind of like that.
I also found it a little, alluring because she was kind of a bold woman. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
So that's when you chugged beer?
she actually suggested it. I mean, I'm not somebody who responds well to being called a lightweight. You know? And so we basically get down to who can chug a beer faster. So the next thing I know, we're like chugging beers, right? And she won the first round, which impressed me. I won the second one, of course, and come back strong. And, I said, you want to make it interesting? Let's put a date on the line here for the third and final round. And I won.
Okay, so you chugged a beer faster than her, and then she had no choice but to go out with you.
Yeah, that was pretty much right.
All right. Tell us about the date when you guys went out. What'd you do?
Well, we decided to go get a drink.
After you were already getting drinks?
Yeah,
This is all the same night?
this is the same night. Yeah, this is about 15 minutes after the beer chugging. We decided to go get some cocktails to kind of mix it up because we'd had enough beer. But
That's always a smart decision. That's a great decision. I'm assuming by the end of the night, you two were both plastered.
we were feeling good, and I live in close proximity because it's one of my favorite spots. So I said, hey, you want to come back to my place and hang out? And she said, yeah. So we went back there.
And what'd you do at your place?
Well, all right. So I have a hobby. I had to let her know that I collect snakes, like reptiles.
What?
You
live
collect snakes? Like how many snakes do you have?
I've only got 4, but they're kind of big.
Yeah. That's 4 more snakes than I think anybody should own, by the way.
And if you ever have to give a warning to someone before they enter your apartment, it usually means that you're weird.
A lot of people own snakes. I don't think I'm weird, but some people can be freaked out by it, right?
Of course.
So was she freaked out by your snakes?
By that point, it's kind of hazy. But I think she just kind of played it off like, yeah, no problem. I think she actually said, I've handled a snake before or something like that.
Oh,
very
yeah. And you were
tricky,
like,
girl.
yeah, you have. We haven't handled a snake yet until you've been back to my place. So what did you guys do back there? You just show her your snakes?
It's a little it's a little hit and miss as far as what I remember from that point on.
All right.
I know I did show her my pythons.
Yeah. All right. So you showed her your pythons, bro.
Honestly, I don't remember a whole lot from that point on, except for setting her up on the couch, doing the gentleman thing.
So you guys didn't really hook up or anything?
Not that I remember. I mean, I slept in my bed, and I remember setting her up on the couch, and in the morning she was gone.
It just sounds like to me that she went out, had a crazy night, chugged some beers with a dude, saw his pet snakes, and then was like, all right, I need to get out of here.
I mean, that's possible, but the thing is, though, I texted her, twice, and she just hit me back really cold, just lose my number.
So we know she doesn't like you.
Well, I felt a real chemistry with her, though, so I don't know if maybe the snakes was the deal breaker.
Yeah.
Do you remember doing anything that really, made her mad or was inappropriate?
I hope not. I mean, it was pretty hazy, like I said. We had quite a lot of beer.
All right. Well, I'm assuming something must have happened to elicit a response that says, lose my number after you guys hung out.
Well, that's why I need your help.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The perfect way to sum up today's date for the second date update, slamming beers and touching snakes.
Actually accurate.
Hey, girl, why did you want to come out for an evening of slamming beers and touching snakes? You came to the right place.
Sounds like a redneck rally or something.
Ken is on the phone for a second date update today. He wants to call a girl named Nikki. They met at a bar when they had a beer chugging contest. Apparently, it was like, if I beat you, then you have to go out with me. So they went out that same night, got drunk, went back to his place, and he showed her his snake collection. Apparently, he has 4 snakes. He woke up in the morning. She was gone. Texted her, called her, and she just sent him a text back that said, lose my number. So we're about to call her right now and find out what went wrong on the date. Any last words before we call her, Ken?
No, man. I just appreciate it. I really want to know what's going on.
And Ken, have the snakes ever been a problem in attracting women before?
No, surprisingly, they've actually been more of a positive thing. People seem, ladies seem kind of seem intrigued by it more than scared.
Okay.
All right, here we go, man. I'm going to dial their phone number right now.
Awesome, thanks.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nikki, please?
this is she.
Hey, Nikki, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
What's going on?
What's going on with you? Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because somebody emailed us about you and asked if I could get you on the phone.
Okay.
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. You recently went out with a guy named Ken.
Oh, no.
And Ken is curious why, after your date, you sent him a text message that said, lose my number.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Got a second to talk to us about Ken real quick?
Oh, my God.
Just want to know why you're not calling him back and what you didn't like about him.
I mean, it's not that I didn't like him. He seemed like a perfectly fine, normal guy. God. This is serious, right?
Yes, it is. 100% serious. He did tell us about your date and how you guys met chugging beers at a bar and told us that you guys got pretty drunk.
Seriously?
Wound up back at his place. Yep.
He told you we went back to his place?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't like that.
No,
He didn't say that.
He didn't.
Crazy.
He didn't tell us it was like that. He said that you guys went back there and it was kind of hazy, but he put you to bed on the couch and then woke up in the morning and you were gone. And then he said he tried to get a hold of you and you told him that you didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Okay, Mr. Blabbermouth can't keep his trap closed. He just told you guys everything.
Do you remember
So
the
you
night?
don't even need to talk to me now.
Well, we'd like to know.
That's a good point.
Well, we'd like to know what went wrong. Do you remember the night back at his place? I mean, he says it was pretty hazy.
Oh, I remember everything.
Okay, well, maybe you can fill in the details that he's missing then.
This is just really weird for me, so bear with me. I can't believe I'm airing my dirty laundry on the radio station. So yeah, you know then that he has a snake collection when we
Yeah.
went back to his
He
place.
told us all about that. He said that he brought you back there, and he said you didn't seem very creeped out by his snakes.
I mean, we had some drinks, I was feeling a little more brave than normal. So, if he's like, oh, I got these snakes, by the way. So I'm like, okay, like that's weird, but what the hell? Like, I'm not going to say no now, like I'm already in your apartment.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's weird to have 4 of any animal. If you have 4 dogs, if you have 4 cats, it's all...
Yeah.
Like,
agreed.
4 snakes makes it even just stranger.
Yeah, it was bizarre. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like, you can show me one. So he brings it out, and then he's like, oh, like, do you want to touch it? I'm like, no, I don't want to touch it. And he's like, no, just feel the scales. Like, all this weird, like, creepy stuff. Like, just seductively, like, touching the snake. And I'm like, this is gross.
Did you say seductively touching the snake?
I mean, it seems, like, very seductive.
He's super into snakes, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm good, dude. Like, just keep it over there, So he goes to go put it back in the cage, and he starts kissing it.
What?
Ew.
Like,
Ew.
kissing his snake, like tongue kissing his snake.
Shut
Like he
up.
stuck the. He did not like French kiss a snake.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Wait a minute.
You know how people kiss their dogs? Like, he was doing that with his
Oh,
snake.
gross.
Yeah. So he's, like, tonguing this snake, and I'm like, okay, this is, like, a nightmare.
That's
but
gross.
obviously, I'm loaded. I can't leave. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Just, I'm going to go to sleep. Get up the next morning, and I don't want to be rude. I want to go say goodbye because we did have fun together. He was a nice guy. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I knock on his door. He doesn't answer. So I go and I open the door, and he's in the bed with the snake.
Like, cuddled up?
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know what they were doing. I was just, like, the snake.
I don't know what they were doing.
I don't know, you guys.
Like the snake got more action than you that night.
It used to be that way. Like, I don't even know. I thought that you couldn't sleep with a snake. Like, I thought I would strangle you or something.
Yeah, I don't know much about snakes, but
Or would you crush
I don't know.
that would be weird to walk in and see somebody sleeping with a snake. Like,
Exactly. So I rolled. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
I
one
would
thing to see somebody, like, making out with it, but then, like, it's in the bed, like, all cuddled up next to you. Like, what are you? Not me. Not me.
yeah. Well, you imagine if you continue a relationship with this dude, it's going to be you in bed with your boyfriend
couple
and a
snakes.
snake. That's gross.
Yes.
Well, I should also let you know that he's actually on the line listening to this conversation.
What?
Yeah, first of all, that's not weird.
Oh,
okay?
my God.
You're making it sound really weird. That's really not weird. A lot of people actually let snakes chill in their places. You know?
What?
That's not
you-
weird. They're cold-blooded animals, so it's natural for them to curl up with warm-blooded people.
That is not normal. And you guys did not tell me he was on the phone, okay?
I meant to tell you that. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry about that.
And you're making this kissing thing sound really weird too. Like it
is weird.
I'm assuming you've never been to a Renaissance fair because that happens a lot. All right, and it's not like I had my tongue in the snake's mouth. It was the snake sticks its tongue out. You hit it with your tongue. It's a common thing.
That's not common. Do you hear yourself right now? Do you hear yourself? Do you guys hear this?
I actually
Dude, the
will
most
back him
disturbing
up.
part about that for me was the Renaissance Fair comment. And now I believe that you are a total weirdo, Ken.
It's not a weird thing. It's for somebody that was tough enough to do a beer drinking contest with me. I thought she'd be way more aware of the
Excuse me,
reptile.
the sad part, having a beer drinking contest with somebody is normal. Making out with your snake and then sleeping with it is not normal.
Can I just stand up for Ken real quick? I don't know about the tonguing part, but I had a friend who had a python, and she let it crawl all over her all the time, like when we'd watch
Right?
movies and stuff.
Google Natasha Kinski and the serpent and see what comes up. She's a famous model. There's a very
Dude,
famous
I'm not
poster.
Googling any of your weird videos.
Oh, my God.
Okay? Ken,
Put on some watch
I've been
list.
caught in that trap before. I'm not going down that road again.
Now, you guys see, I've dated a lot of weirdos in my life, and I just don't need another one on the list. So,
I know this sounds funny to you guys, but like this is really considered snake shaming in the reptile field. Like, this is not.
Is that for
Apologize.
real? Are you being
Don't
serious about that?
Snake shaming?
No, I'm being serious. Like, a lot of reptile owners would take offense, but you guys are laughing about this because they're pets. You know, like, you wouldn't laugh if I was curled up with, like, my chihuahua or a kitten or something,
Yeah,
right?
but the kissing thing, how do you explain that? Like I don't stick my tongue out and let my dog lick my tongue. Like,
Some people do, actually.
I don't
Yeah,
do
some
that.
people do. You've never seen like an old woman with a small dog just kissing it in public at a restaurant or something?
Well, normally
No,
a
a dog
chihuahua.
and a snake are not the same. You can't compare
Yeah,
the two.
and normally a chihuahua is not going to strangle you in the middle of the night. No, I say normally. I guess it could happen somehow.
His little paws around your neck.
That very rarely happens. That's a big misnomer that happens a lot.
All right, Ken, I'm sorry for snake shaming. Yeah, please don't play this segment for your snakes and let them hear it because I'd hate to see a snake cry. Nikki, would you like to go out on a second date with Ken? We will pay for it.
No, thank you.
He is an animal lover. You got to give him that.
Yeah, he's cuddly.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay, really. You know, it just seems like this relationship might be a little bit crowded with me. He seems like he's good over there with his reptile companion. So,
All right.
I'm okay.
You know what? I thought you could hang, but I guess not. So, I'm usually a pretty good judge of character, but, if you can't handle me with my snakes, then I'll find a lady that can. I guess you're not up to the challenge.
Sad.
Nikki, thank you very much for your time. Ken, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date,
Thanks,
but
guys.
I'm
It's all good, man. I appreciate you guys reaching out. And, remember, snakes are pets like any other.
snakes are people too.
Yep.
I got it. I got it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know what's better than a ladies' night out? A trivia night. That's right. Getting wild, playing some trivia at the bar gives you a chance to show off your brain and your boobs.
What?
And that's where Nick met the girl that he wants to call today in a second date update. He was at the bar for trivia night showing off his boobs. Right, Nick?
Yes, sir.
That actually
my
makes more
God.
sense than a woman doing it. So thank you, Nick.
Can you answer that in the form of a question, please?
No.
What is yes?
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. So your email said that you met the girl you want to call today at a trivia night. What's her name?
Her name's Lisa.
Lisa. All right. And how exactly did you strike up a conversation with Lisa?
I just ended up kind of just sitting next to her, and she happened to be friends with some people that I was friends with, and I just felt all like the bubbles inside, Like I knew right away. I was like, oh,
Bubbles.
That gas.
I've never
it's
heard it
usually-
described as bubbles before, Nick.
It's usually butterflies, Nick.
yeah, like, like when there's just like that really hot chick, and you're kind of nervous. Like, you know that you're going to hate yourself if you don't say anything or try.
Yeah,
Right.
no, we get it.
Okay, so you're
Kind of like that situation I was in, and I either had to break the ice or it was,
Yeah.
all right. So how did you break the ice? You were sitting next to the hot chick. You're feeling all the bubbles. And could you tell that she thought you were cute too, or?
Yeah, totally. Because we kept giving like that eye, like, looking, but like not really like making contact yet,
Yeah.
We didn't talk very much until the game started. And then the topic of history came up, and then she killed it.
Oh.
Okay. I will always support a
Ooh,
man who is
sexy.
attracted to a smart woman.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I was like cute and smart, like double whammy.
Yeah.
So you got double whammied
There go those bubbles.
by the
Yeah,
girl
those-
at trivia night.
Yeah, I got double whammy.
Did you guys talk a lot during the trivia, or did you kind of wait till after the game was over to make your move?
Yeah, like once we started playing trivia, and drinking, we were just laughing like we had been old friends.
Oh.
Were your other friends noticing that you guys were getting along so well?
Yeah, totally. One of my buddies was like, dude, you guys need to get a room.
Get
And I was like, what?
And right there is when you hopped on Expedia and found a hotel room down the street and invited her. Yes? No? That didn't happen?
No, we ended up going back to my place.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
we stayed for a couple more. After everyone left, we had stayed and got a couple more drinks and ended up making out. And
Dude.
I was joking. Nice job, Nick.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Nick was reading it wrong the whole time, and eventually we'd be like, well, Nick, she probably wasn't interested.
Yeah,
But you were spot on, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
she didn't stay the night or anything. We just made out.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
You know, I think we just both kind of didn't want to go too fast, and you know, it's just one of those things that like sometimes that could ruin it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, if you don't get a call back for a second date, then I mean that's kind of a harsh one too, you know.
Yeah. Why do you think she's not calling you back? I mean, sounds like you had fun. You ended up making out.
Yeah, we were going at it hard and everything was cool, but I don't know. Maybe it was too fast.
Did you guys have any awkward moments at your house?
The only thing I can think of is that we were making out and she kind of paused and was like, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Why was that weird?
That part wasn't the weird part. What was weird is that she had sat down further from me when she had came back from the bathroom.
Like she didn't want to be next to you?
Right. She had came back from the bathroom and then the vibe was all thrown off and she had sat further away from me.
Whoa.
Did you try to kiss her again after that?
Of course, I was trying to make out with her.
So did you guys make out more or not? Or was that it? Did she go to the bathroom and then she was just done with you?
I mean, she sat a little closer and then I went in again for a kiss and it was just like a peck.
Oh, weird.
Wow. I wonder what happened
In the
in the bathroom. And she's like, oh, don't touch me.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what I just did.
That is.
Maybe that was it.
I'm thinking the complete opposite. Like he's either a bad kisser or smells horrible or something.
There's no way I smell horrible. I smell great. And why would she even have kissed me to begin with?
Yeah. How long were you making out before she went to the bathroom?
I mean, we were going at it like, you know, it was sparks were flying.
So I think if you were a bad kisser or you smelled funny, she would have not made out with you for very long.
I don't even think she would have came over to my house.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, guys.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Nick is on the phone with us. And you might know Nick by his other name, Nick the Trivia Night Gigolo.
Oh.
That's right.
Well, hello, Nick.
Bouncing around from trivia night to trivia night all over the city, preying on the lustful eyes of the ladies. That's what Nick does.
No.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
Trivia player.
This isn't your first rodeo, is it? You've been hitting up trivia nights 7 days a week, just scoring left and right with the ladies. We know how you do it.
No, it's not even like that.
Yeah, gigolos always deny it, don't
Yeah.
they?
Nick met a girl named Lisa at a trivia night. They ended up making out back at his place. And then in the middle of it, she stopped to go to the bathroom, dropped a deuce, and then came back.
She did not. You don't know that.
I'm
Don't
just
put that
speculating.
on her,
I'm
okay? We haven't
speculating.
even talked to her yet.
And then she came back and she was very awkward, according to Nick. And then she left and she has not called him back since. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out why. There's nothing else that you can think of, Nick? No reasons why she wouldn't want to be calling you back?
Dude, no, I have no idea why. I'm super confused about it.
And there hasn't been any rumors circulating amongst your friends since you guys met?
I asked my friends, but they just don't even give me anything. They're just like, whatever. I don't know.
Okay, so nobody knows. All right, well, I'll dial their phone number right now and see if we can find out why, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is Lisa there?
this is her.
Hey, Lisa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
No, yeah, I know the show. I just don't know why you would be calling me.
Oh, nice. How often do you listen to the show?
Once in a while, I do.
Okay, have you ever heard of a second date update before?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, that's why I'm calling you today.
What?
Yeah. You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and now you're not calling him back, so he asked us to get you on the phone and find out why.
Who is it?
His name is Nick.
Oh, Nick from the trivia night?
Yeah, that Nick. Is there another Nick that you think might want to call you on the radio?
No, and no. I just
So, yes, Nick from the trivia night emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone to find out why you're not calling him back. Did you like Nick?
Yeah, he was great.
You sound that with not much heart in when you said that. It didn't sound very believable.
It's just I've never really been in that situation before, so it's just all a little bit.
What
crazy.
situation?
Whoa.
A trivia night?
No. No, I liked Nick, but we just like can never date.
Why?
Oh.
I don't think it's like possible.
Are you not attracted to him or something?
Yeah.
No, I am definitely attracted to him.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
wait,
liked
you-
him and you're attracted to him, but you
Yeah.
guys could never date.
That makes sense.
So I'll just explain it. I was at the trivia night, and I don't know, I was feeling kind of weird, like I had a bit of a scratchy throat.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of worried maybe I was getting sick or something, but then it went away. And so, we just kept hanging out, and we went back to his place, and it was we were having a good time. And then I started to not feel that good again. And then I had like a runny nose while we were kissing, and I got really sort of like worried or embarrassed. So I went to the bathroom to see like the runny nose thing. I just was hoping he wouldn't notice. And when I was in the bathroom, I looked in the mirror. I realized I had a rash.
Oh.
Like
yeah.
like on your face you had a rash?
Like on my neck a little bit.
Oh.
And yeah.
What does this have to do with him, though?
Yeah.
Well, so that's the whole thing. So while I was in the bathroom, the rash sort of like calmed down. I blew my nose. I went back out, and I started to feel a little bit better. But then as he got closer to me, I started to feel like the rash started coming back, and I started to get, runny nose again. So I excused myself, and I went home, and I looked it all up on Google and everything, and I think I know it sounds crazy, but I think I'm like allergic to him.
What?
No, that's impossible.
You think you're allergic to Nick?
Yeah, like I seriously do, because he doesn't have like dogs or cats or anything, and I was fine until I was hanging out with him. Like it started at the trivia night when I started talking to him, and that's when I started having a scratchy throat. And then like the closer I got to him, the more allergic of a reaction I had. And I looked at it online. It's like it's rare, but it's not a thing. Like
Wait.
people can get allergic to people.
Are you sure you just weren't like nervous and that was how your body was dealing with lots of nerves because you liked him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've liked other people and not broken out in a rash and sniffles before.
Well, don't you think maybe there's something that he's wearing maybe that you're allergic to, like a cologne or
No,
something?
because I actually asked him that, like, what type of deodorant he used, and he said he didn't use any deodorant.
Ew.
And, like, yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of like that about him. I was like, oh, cool, he's all natural. But then, like, nothing. Like, I don't know what it could be. I think, honestly, like, I think it's, like, the way people can be allergic to some dogs and not all dogs. Like, I'm allergic to some people and not all people.
So you're allergic to Nick.
I think I'm allergic to him, yeah.
That-
Which is a bummer, because I really liked him.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you shouldn't get this like actually looked at by a doctor before you start
Yeah.
self-prescribing off of WebMD?
Other people, like, there was a whole forum about it. Other people have gone through it. So I felt like, oh, this is what it is. You know, and I seem to match up with other people.
Interesting.
Wow.
Well, Lisa, I'd hate to give you another allergy attack, but I do have to let you know that Nick is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Lisa, are you serious? You're making that up. There's no way.
I wish I was. Like, I so wish I was making it up. I wish it was anything else, because I really liked you. But I definitely think I'm allergic to you.
People can't be allergic to other people.
No, they really can be. It's just like I was saying before. Like, you heard it. Like, the way, like, I can be allergic to some dogs but not all dogs, you know? It's like the
I don't
same.
know. You're reading stuff on the internet. You should, like, go get checked out and stuff before, jumping the gun like that.
Well, all I know is that when I was around you, I was sniffling and had rashes and a sore throat, and the minute I left your apartment, I was fine.
So maybe it was something in my apartment. How do you know it was me? It wasn't like you were breaking out when we were making out at the bar.
No, but I was. That was the whole thing. Like, I got to the bar, I felt fine, I met you, and then I started having, like, a really scratchy throat. And then it sort of went away. And then it kept coming back. And then by the time we were full on making out, my nose was running. It's like, it's not your fault at all. It's nothing you did. I think it's like your pheromones or something. They just like they don't match with mine. And I'm super sorry. I'm like really bummed out. I liked you so much.
Dude, this is unbelievable. I can't even believe this.
I can't either.
No, me neither.
Lisa, are you making this up? Did you like know the whole time he was on the phone or something and you're just trying to spare his feelings? Be honest.
No, God, no. It's a real thing. I looked it up on the internet. It's like hypohomoallergicness. So it's like allergic to another Homo sapien, like a human.
Have you ever been allergic to anybody else, Lisa, or just is this the first time?
No, that's what's so crazy. It must be like adult onset.
Adult I agree. It is crazy. It's very crazy that you would have this reaction to Nick.
No way.
So could you like take a Claritin before you hang out with him or something?
I don't think that's an option. I don't want to take the chance. Like, what if it gets worse, Like, what if it's like peanuts or something and people die?
Yeah.
I don't want to take the chance.
You don't want to mess with those allergies. Hey, Lisa,
Yeah.
would you at least like to give it one more shot to test your allergy to make sure that you're allergic to Nick before saying no and go out on another date with him? We will pay for it.
No, I'm pretty confident with my diagnosis, so thank you, though.
All right.
And you're great. I think you're gonna find someone awesome who's not allergic to you.
Dang, man. All the reasons that I've been blown off by a girl, this is definitely the worst.
I'm really sorry. I think you're great.
Seriously? Don't you think maybe you could build up a tolerance, like, over time with me?
I don't want to risk it. Like
Yeah.
I said, I mean, it's my health.
It's her
Well,
health.
Nick, I'm sorry. Not a success for you today. You did not get a second date. And Lisa, thank you for being on the phone with us. I appreciate you telling us what happened.
Yeah, sure, no problem. If I can
And-
bring awareness,
If you can bring awareness.
Awareness.
Good,
Oh
yeah,
my
we got to
gosh.
get you a wristband so you can wear it so you can talk about the cause.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Second date update.
A woman named Mallory emailed the show for a second date update today, and her email said that she had one of the most embarrassing moments ever happen on this date. So she's 99.9% sure it's the reason that he's not calling her back.
Oh my gosh.
That's a pretty high, percentage.
I would go for sure.
Now, she didn't say what it was, but Mallory, I'm guessing you went to McDonald's and didn't have enough to order off the dollar menu? Happens to Jose all the time, so don't feel too embarrassed.
I said, oh.
No, that's not it. And it was a date, so he would have paid anyway.
Oh, okay.
that's true.
Sometimes women pay. I think that's totally fine.
No, Brooke.
Oh, right.
Yep, those are the rules according to Mallory.
Okay, Mallory.
I feel like if it's a date, then
I agree.
All right,
I'm
we're
old-fashioned.
getting sidetracked. Let's go back to the embarrassing part.
Oh, so first, tell us about the guy that you want us to call. What's his name?
his name's Danny.
Okay.
Danny, okay.
How'd you meet Danny?
I met him when I was out at a bar with a bunch of friends.
Okay.
And he was kind of chatting me up at the bar. And near the end of the night, he was like, hey, I feel like I'm having a really good time with you, and I would love to hang out with you again sometime. So he took my number.
Pretty classy.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when you hit up somebody at a bar, it's like, hey, you want to come back to my place tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was a really nice guy, and so I gave him my number, and
It sounds pretty embarrassing, that whole...
I'm working my way up to that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Keep going then.
So he was like, why don't we go back to the bar where we were hanging out the other night? And
you didn't remember where that was. Oops, embarrassing. Awkward.
no.
Oh, okay. I'm still waiting.
Still remembered.
Okay, so you remembered the bar and you went back?
Yeah.
I went to the bar, and he was like, I wonder if you'd be up for playing a little game. And so I was like, sure. And he said that he had this game called the Epic Yarn Challenge.
The epic,
And-
like yarn,
Huh?
like string yarn?
Well, he was talking about, like, telling a story to a group of strangers for 15 minutes straight. That would, like, keep them captivated for the whole 15 minutes where they'd be, like, so enthralled with your story that by the end be, like, applauding and offering to buy you, like, rounds of drinks.
So it was a competition between you two to, like, approach random people in the bar and tell them long stories and see who got the best reaction.
Yes. So I was just like, yeah, I think, why not? I have something that could work for that.
So who went first? Did he go first or you?
So, yes, he went first. And we're sort of like in this back area. There were like 3 tables. And he was starting to tell the story about how, like, when he was back in high school, there was this girl that he, like, fell in love with. And he always wanted to ask her out, but she actually moved away before he had a chance to do anything, to, like, approach her or talk to her.
It sounds like kind of a boring story so far to me.
Yeah, I kind of tuned out.
Yeah, I agree, but, like, for some reason, everybody in the bar was totally captivated by his story. Like,
Drinking does that to you. Anything's interesting when you're drunk.
Oh, it just sounds like he was, like, charismatic.
Yeah, exactly. He was telling the story better than I am now, but he was just like, she came back and he finally had a chance to talk to her, and that girl is in this room right now.
What?
So he turns to me and he was like, I've loved you since high school. And he gets down on one knee and proposes to me in the bar in front of everybody.
Oh, my God.
I, like, didn't know what to do, and I was just like, yes.
So you're engaged to a guy who's not calling you back?
Dude, I'm into it. I'm applauding already.
He made up this whole story just to get the best applause in your guys' little story competition.
Yeah, was it made up or was it true?
It was totally made up. I mean, everybody's so on board with this. I don't want to, like, ruin everybody's time, and I thought it was hilarious.
So then what was your 15-minute story?
Yeah, how do you follow
I didn't even have to do my story. He totally took it over, so I didn't get to do a story.
All right. So how did this night end? Where's the embarrassing part of this?
So people were buying us drinks, and he... like I said, he's, like, a real outgoing, like, very charismatic person. People were talking to both of us, but, like, more, like, talking to him. And, like, I don't know, I kind of was drinking more than I usually do, I guess. And so I got drunk.
Yeah.
And nice. At the end of the night, he's like, let me take you home. Because I was drunk, but he was very kind and gentlemanly about it. And I was, like, having a great time. And we were laughing about the whole entire situation, how well he pulled that off and everything. And laughing so much that, like, at one point, so this is the embarrassing part, I laughed so hard that I peed.
You peed your pants?
Like, right on the seat of his car.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You peed your pants on your new fiance's car.
Welcome to married life.
Welcome to married
Yeah, it was bad. And he, like, even, like, pulled over and he, like, grabbed, like, a rag in his back trunk or something.
Did it ruin the vibe, or was he, like, cool
I mean,
about
he was really understanding and, like, nice, and he wasn't, like, angry, or he wasn't, like, I can't believe you just ruined my car or anything. He wasn't, like, mad at me.
Probably wasn't a very nice car either, if he's not upset.
I am mortified for you.
Honestly, I have no idea. I hope it wasn't too nice of a car, because I peed in it.
Oh, my God.
Whatever.
If only
It's a
you would've had,
geoprism,
like,
who cares?
If she had like, a bottle of water or something to, like, spill over yourself on accident, like, I just spilled this water everywhere.
Brooke, you are
like,
the worst in,
anything.
like, embarrassing moments.
I feel like you peed in several places and didn't tell people.
You don't tell people.
Don't trust Brooke now. If she's ever carrying around a bottle of water, now you know.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You need a cover up.
Okay.
It's too late.
So
Damn it.
how long has it been since you've spoken with Danny?
It's been, like, a week.
Yeah, you're a pee girl.
I'm pretty sure that he doesn't want to talk to me ever again after I peed in his car. I don't know, like, I'm, like, hoping that maybe he would give me a second chance, because I really...
You deserve one.
You know.
do, I agree.
Yeah, you
All
played along. We're going to get this for you.
Yeah, we're going to play a song. We'll come back, and we'll call your fiance, Danny, and try and get you your second date update. Okay, Mallory?
Okay.
All right, hold on. We've got one of our listeners named Mallory on the phone for a second date update. And Mallory went through a big range of emotions during her night out.
Yeah, she did.
She was challenged to a storytelling competition at a bar and never even got a chance to tell her story because her date Danny stole the show with a big tale about a girl in high school that he was in love with, and she didn't know it for all those years, but now she's in the bar with us that night. And he got down on a knee and proposed to Mallory in front of everyone.
I would cry.
Oh my
if I was
God.
just in the crowd. I would have teared up.
The reason that he did it was to win the bet that they had made and to get some free drinks, which he did end up doing.
Lots.
So Mallory got kind of drunk, as engaged people tend to do.
More than kind of.
Yeah.
Wasted.
And he took her home that night, and on the way back, she was laughing so hard in his car about what had happened, she peed on the front seat.
Oh, no.
So Mallory feels like she may have ruined the night. But Mallory, let me just tell you, don't feel embarrassed.
Really?
All right?
Okay.
I've peed on many men's seats before. And I've come out just fine.
Yeah, I think that's a different situation.
Yeah.
I think he'll give you another shot.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he's obviously not returning her calls for a very obvious reason.
But men are the worst at peeing places when they're drunk. They're way worse than women. You have to have some sympathy if you're a dude. Guaranteed he's peed in at least a corner of a bedroom at some point, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he has, but it's just, I don't know, I really like him, and I'm hoping that he'll give me a second chance.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he better. I mean, if you're cool enough to be proposed to on a first date in a fake proposal, he should be cool enough to have some real pee on his seat.
Maybe you should offer to let him pee in your car, and then you're even.
If that's what it takes, I guess so.
All right. Well, let's get him on the phone right now and see if he's up for it. We're going to call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm dialing it right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Danny, please?
Yeah, this is him. What's up?
Hey, Danny. My name's young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk?
What's going on?
We do something on our show called a second date update. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can reach out to us and we'll reach out to that person for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Okay. And so there's a woman that reached out to us about you. Her name's Mallory. She told us all about the night that you guys went to a bar and that made up this great thing about long-lost loves in high school.
What was going through your head when you got down on a knee and faked proposed to a chick you just met?
It was, she's so pretty and she's so nice, and I guess like I've been kind of planning to do that kind of like date idea with someone special. Yeah, I guess I was just disappointed in the end.
Yeah, the pee thing. Well,
Yeah.
She told us, sorry.
Yeah, she
I'm
did.
getting ahead of myself.
She did tell us about how the night ended with your car being a little soiled. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry for your car.
It's okay. I guess I was kind of disappointed before that.
Wait, what? It wasn't the pee. Dude, she's humiliated.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the real deal. The truth is that it wasn't a made-up story.
What do you mean it's not a made-up story?
The story was the truth about me being in love with her.
Whoa.
Hold up, yeah.
My head. She told us that you guys had just met at a bar recently.
Yeah, like that didn't help that she didn't remember me.
You really went to school?
I did go to school with her. I'd known Mallory for a few years, like kind of from afar, and she did move away before I could do anything, and God, it's weird. I guess I really was kind of like proposing to her.
Oh my gosh.
Are you messing with us?
I
Is this like you're the big storyteller dude and now you're just going with it?
No.
She said she just met you at a bar with her friends and you hit on her and that's how you got her number.
But that's not true. You've known her for longer than that.
I guess you could say like I've known about her, but she really hasn't known about me.
Okay, that makes you sound like a stalker. How did you know about her?
I know that it sounds awkward, okay? Like, how do you tell somebody you have strong feelings for them without being creepy?
You do it in emojis.
No.
It lightens it.
How do you have strong feelings for someone if you don't even know them and they don't even know you exist?
I do know her. I do know about her. You know, I've cared about her for a long time, and
It's like, is it odd? I feel like it's like knowing a restaurant by looking at the Yelp reviews and never actually going there and then giving your an opinion on it.
So what are you disappointed in, Danny, that she didn't know that you had these feelings secretly this whole time?
Or she didn't know you existed?
well, it's just, I guess, like, how do you tell somebody you've been in love with them for over a few years? You know, she was laughing about it and saying I'm a great storyteller, and the whole time I'm thinking this just isn't a story.
So she's like,
So
it's
wait.
so believable.
Was that a real proposal then?
I mean, kinda.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay, hold up, though. So if she really said yes, you would really marry this girl.
I mean, Charity did say yes.
No, but she didn't know that she was saying yes.
That's not going to hold up in court.
You don't go to court for engagements. What is going on?
Where do you go from here? You tell me how I tell her it was a real story and it was really about her. What would you do?
Well, you kind of already did tell her.
Oh my God, this is about to be so
Because she's been on the other line listening this whole time, and she wants to talk to
no.
you.
Your fiance.
No. Tell me you're lying. Tell
Well,
me that
she
it's
may
not
have
true.
fainted because I probably would have.
This is nuts.
Mallory?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't hold it in.
Is that all true?
Yeah, it's true, and I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Oh my God.
I feel terrible. Like I can't believe. Like I'm
This is so heavy.
I don't understand. Like what? This is like a lot to take in. 'Cause, how are you disappointed that I didn't know that we hadn't met before? If we hadn't met before,
No,
like I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense.
I guess I'm really disappointed in myself because after all this time and thinking about you, this is the way that I try to let you know how I felt, and it was the wrong way to do it. And I guess I'm sorry. You know, like, what do you do in this situation?
I feel like one thing could be to be honest with someone.
But that would have scared you away. I know that would have scared you away if I had just told you, you know, like we were just really like getting to like spend time together.
Yeah, better to just propose to her right off the bat before she even knows who you are.
See, I'm with Jeffrey on that
I mean,
one.
hearing that sounds crazy too.
Is there no middle ground with you?
Yeah. I mean, like, I humiliated myself in your car on the way home, and, like, I felt like I'm going out on a limb by taking the story to, like, a radio show to reach out to you.
Which
and
is kind of weird,
like,
but that's okay.
Oh, you're being the judgy one now. Okay, hold on.
You're going to tell me that I'm weird.
Okay, creeper.
No, maybe.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's just kind of nice, you know, that we both, like, don't need to feel bad, maybe, you know? Maybe this is just, like, part of a story of us figuring out how to, like, try this thing.
Hey.
Yeah, what do you say you call it even, Mallory?
Wait, hold on. I don't even know where Mallory is at this. Are you creeped out? Do you see red flags? Are you thinking this is romantic?
Or do you feel the same? Are you in love?
Because personally, I feel like I need to tell you to run, but I don't know.
I mean, there are definitely a lot of conflicting emotions right now because I don't understand completely where you're coming from. I do feel like it was kind of like I've been stalked. It's weird. It's definitely weird. I mean,
It's definitely a lot to process, especially on a radio show. So why don't we offer to send you guys out on another date so you guys can talk about this, sort everything out, and then maybe things will become more clear.
So wait, who do we ask at this point?
Mallory that's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I ask Danny if he'd be willing to go on a second date? Because I think he would.
Yeah.
Wait, no, but Danny, could you go on a normal second date? Because you proposed to this girl, she said yes, you didn't like the outcome, and then suddenly wouldn't call her back. Like, are you okay with normal?
Yes, I am actually a pretty chill guy normally. This is just, I am very tongue-tied around you, Mallory, and so, like, it just made it easier for me to kind of do it this way.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to just have a conversation about this and see how things turn out.
See?
Oh my God.
All right.
It's not a bad idea.
I am so interested in what is going to happen next.
I want to be a fly on the
And, like, I really look forward to just hanging out with you. Now that you know everything and that story was really about you.
Oh my God, you should do the story off again, and this time she's going to publicly divorce you in front of everyone.
I am hating this man.
I don't know. I think we go back to peeing on each other's seats. That sounds way more romantic.
Okay, either one.
Okay, I think I just need to go right now because I just really need to process all this. So.
Oh my God.
You have to go? Is it number 1 or number 2? We'll let you go, okay?
That's a low blow.
Oh my God. Mallory, keep us updated.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of guys will try to pump up their job a little bit when they're on a date, you know, say that they make a little more money than they do, maybe say that they're a manager or something when they're not, maybe say that they're even employed. Who knows? Kevin, who's on the phone today for a second date update, might have gone a little too far in trying to impress the girl he's interested in. He wants us to call today. Kevin, how are you?
I'm all right, guys. How's it going?
Good. Kevin, first of all, what do you do for a living?
I work at Home Depot.
Okay, Kevin, what did you tell the girl that you want us to call today that you do for a living?
I told her that I might play a little bit for the Seattle Sounders.
Oh,
Kevin claimed to play for the Seattle Sounders, the Major League Soccer team. So that's a big lie, trying to tell a girl that you're a professional athlete when you just work at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Kevin, why would you think that would ever be a good idea?
You know what? It just all kind of happened. I was with my buddies, and we were kind of joking about it, and one of them kind of dared me, and I did play soccer. I once went to an open tryout for the Sounders, so, like, they were like, yeah, you should do it. You should do it. And I did it, you know, and I kind of crossed that point of no return where, like, one lie becomes another lie, and it just snowballed and got out of control.
Oh my
God! And pretty soon you're their number one scorer, and she's like, "I've never heard of you before." You're like, "Yeah, well,
I never said no. I never said that. I mean, I was stupid enough to do it, but like I wasn't stupid enough, like because I know she can like go look it up or whatever. So I told her that I had been placed on injured reserve for a while.
Oh my God!
And that when you're rehabbing from injured reserve, like they put you on a special practice list, and you practice with the team as you're rehabbing, but you don't show up on the roster.
So you guys had extensive conversations about this.
Yes. Oh my God, because she was all into it, and then so obviously, you know, she's all into it. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, you can't. I have a friend who actually looks like Sidney Rice, who used to play for the Seahawks. Big, tall dude, like long braids and everything else. And he'll tell girls that he is Sidney Rice, and they'll believe him. And he'll just hook up with them that night and then never call him again.
That's the thing. It's not like I said I was Richard Sherman. Like, you know what I mean? Like I went with the Sounders. I tried to go just a little more low-key than the Seahawks.
That's probably a smart way to go.
Yeah.
So she was obviously impressed by the fact that you were a professional athlete. Did you end up hooking up with her? What happened?
Yeah, like, she was all into me, and we were hooking up, you know, and then it was like, she kind of kept dropping hints about, like, she would totally go back to my place, but I don't live in a place that I think a Sounder would live in, like, necessarily.
Hey, Major League Soccer salaries are pretty low. If you got a one-bedroom apartment, you might be all right.
It's true.
You know, but there's no pictures of me, of, like, you know, there's no framed uniform on the wall or anything. You know what I mean? So I was all worried about that, and, like, it kind of ruined my night anyways, because all I started thinking about was how to keep this lie going.
Right.
You know, and she was just a cool girl, and we could have had a good time.
At what point in the night was the regret really setting in?
I guess it hit me when, like, I actually started liking her. I mean, at first I was like, yeah, she's hot and, like, whatever. But then I actually, like, liked her when I was talking to her, and I was like, oh, my God. Like, I want to go out with this girl again, but, like, it's hard enough to keep this going for like 20 minutes. How can I, you know, eventually I got to tell her the truth.
Yeah, let's say you guys get together and you guys fall in love and get married. At some point, you're going to have to tell her that you're not an athlete.
Yeah.
So how did everything end with her?
Well, the night was great, and like her friends were kind of like lingering and kind of like not necessarily knowing if she wanted to be left alone or not. And so then like I tried to play it all cool because I couldn't take her to my place anyways. I was just like, you know, it's all right. Like I got physical therapy in the morning, and like, you know, I got to get up early. And so she's like, oh yeah, you get your rest and everything. And I was like, this is awesome. And she was all into me, and she like kissed me goodnight, and you know, and she was like, call me. And so then the next day, I texted her. I was like, hey, I had a good time last night. It was really fun hanging out. Like, let's do this again soon. and I didn't get anything for like almost 24 hours after I texted her the first time. So like the next day, I got a text back, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't want to talk to you."
All right.
Do you think she found out? She Googled your name or something?
Probably.
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, she would have had to have done like some extensive research because like I gave her so much crap about I was on injured reserve, and then they place you on a practice roster, and like
they take your name completely off the internet.
or like I've asked my buddies too if like any of them said something to her friend, and now they're not telling me. But like,
But you do know that she does not want to talk to you because the text that she sent you said,
yeah, she made that kind of clear. But here's why I'm calling you guys. Like, I honestly believe like you strip all that stuff away, and we actually like each other.
Okay.
And like I think if we could just get to the point where she was like willing to go out with me again, like I think it would be cool, and I think everything might be fine.
So when we call her and get her on the phone for your second date update, how do you want us to play it then? Am I going to tell her that I'm calling for a sounder?
No. No.
I think get her on the phone if you guys can, and like that's the first step, and then like don't tell her right off the bat, but like if she does know already, then I want a chance to apologize. But like if she doesn't know, then maybe just like help me get to the second date, and then on the second date I can like tell her myself and do the right thing.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Sounds good, guys.
All right, man. Hang on.
Because I'm all about that bass,
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'll admit, I've probably told a lie or two on a first date to try to impress a girl. I've never done what Kevin, who is on the phone with us right now, has done. He told a girl that he plays for the Seattle Sounders. I've never claimed to be a professional athlete when on a date, probably because nobody would even believe me whatsoever. If I was a little bigger in stature, maybe I would try it. I don't know. Kevin, are you about ready to call Jamie?
I guess so.
Okay, and the last thing she sent you was a text that said, "I don't want to talk to you." The point of this is to find out if she went home and Googled you and found out that you weren't, and that's why. And if she didn't find that out, you don't want me to tell her. You want me to just see if I can get you a date so that when you do go out with her, you can break the news and say, "I'm sorry, I lied to you."
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And
All right,
lying
well-
is so complicated. Can't we just tell the truth?
All right, well, I'm going to get her on the phone right now and get your second date update. You ready?
Ready.
All right, man, here we go. So excited to talk to a professional athlete.
You want his
Kevin,
signature
thank you.
later?
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey, is Jamie there?
this is Amy.
Hey, Jamie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm okay, and you're calling me because
I'm calling you because you recently went on a date with a listener of ours, and he liked you a lot, but
Okay.
you actually sent him a text saying that you don't want to ever talk to him again. He's an athlete. His name is Kevin. He plays for the Seattle Sounders.
I'm not really interested in talking about that. So
Whoa. Okay. But can I tell Kevin why you think he's an a-hole?
because he's a skeezy guy.
Well,
What do you mean by that?
I was talking to my roommate, and I told her, hey, I met this guy, Kevin. He plays for the Seattle Sounders. Right when I say that, my roommate says, I made out with a guy last week, Kevin, who plays on the Seattle Sounders.
No way. Those
Are you
athletes
serious?
dogs.
I'm dead serious. And that's what I said to her. I said, are you kidding me? I described what he looks like,
Yeah.
and she goes, yeah, that's Kevin.
So you guys both made out with the same guy that plays for the Sounders. That's crazy.
The way it is, how I see it, is that this guy will just make out with anybody, and
Yeah.
he's just a total player.
Well, Jamie, some professional athletes can be like that. I don't know Kevin that well. I'm friends with a couple of the Sounders. I don't know Kevin like that, though. But I do know that he liked you a lot, and he wanted to see you again, and he was kind of shocked when you sent him that text
No,
message.
I know that he wanted to get in my pants. I know that he wanted to get in my roommate's pants.
Okay.
First of all, I think it's disgusting. And second of all, it's embarrassing for me.
Jamie, but can I ask real quick? Because you said that they just made out. I mean, you're single, you're dating, you haven't made out with anybody else in the last month?
I mean, I don't know every single thing they did. I didn't even really want to hear it after that. I mean, like, I got enough of the gist that I know that this guy is a total creep and that I don't want anything to do with him.
So you feel like he lives up to the rumor of like how athletes just are players?
I doubt.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. He didn't do anything to show me otherwise. I mean, I already told him myself. I already told him to leave me alone, and I'm not interested.
I know, but he didn't know the reason. That's why he wanted us to call you. But now that he knows the reason, I think we're all good then.
How would he know the reason? I just told him I wasn't interested.
Oh, that's because he's listening right now.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going?
Oh, my God. Seriously?
Here's the thing. I really like you, all right? And obviously,
yeah, you apparently really liked my roommate, too. You apparently really like any girl who's available and looks half willing.
Whoa. Hang on. Don't you think you're going a little far with this? Like, you haven't even helped me out.
I'm probably not going far enough. I mean, you made out with my roommate. You made out with me in the span of like a week. Who knows how many girls you're making out and sleeping with?
Okay, well, hang on a second. First of all, I didn't sleep with your roommate, and I didn't sleep with you. Second of all, like, I didn't know you when I met your roommate. Like, it's not like I went out with you and then I went out with her the next night, and I'm like, no, but I really like you, but I was making out with this other girl. I'm trying to put myself out there. I actually really like you.
What I think is that you're just one of those athletes who just thinks they're the and goes around like they're the king of everything. You can make out with anyone. You can play with whatever girl you want, play with their emotions, play with their heart, and I'm not interested. I don't need that in my life.
You don't even know me. I'm actually a really nice, really sincere, really honest guy.
Yeah, Jamie, you don't know anything about him. All you know is that he plays for the Sounders. He's a professional athlete, and he meets people all the time and probably has had dates before.
And he's really honest, like he said.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's all I know, but I just wish that, one, the whole situation wouldn't have happened, and that I guess that it would have just come out differently.
Yeah, and it's different, when you meet a guy like Kevin, who's a professional athlete. He's got girls throwing themselves at him, and maybe that's something you need to think about if you want to go out on another date with him. When you're in a high-profile job, women kind of do that. So,
I mean, like, if we were, like, in a committed relationship, I wouldn't want him making out with anybody else.
Right.
But, I mean, I guess that's...
And it sounds like Kevin, even with all this pressure from playing professional sports and having girls who like him, is interested in only dating you. That's what it sounds like to me. Am I right, Kevin?
Yeah, like, honestly, like, I thought you were cool, and I thought you were really cute, and I want to go out with you again. And, like, it doesn't matter, like, what I do or anything like that. Like, not to me, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I could maybe consider it then.
You could consider it.
Yeah.
What if he wasn't a professional athlete, Jamie? Could you consider it then?
That's a weird question. I don't know.
I just
mean,
mean-
why does that even matter?
Let's say that Kevin worked at Home Depot and not the Sounders.
Jubal, what the is wrong with you?
Kevin, why are you getting so upset?
Yeah, dude. It's just a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I call you for help, and, like, seriously.
Wait. Do you work at Home Depot?
I never said that, Jamie. Never said it.
Wait, do you play for the Sounders?
Well,
no. Do you play for the Sounders?
No, but listen, no, not exactly. Like, yes, right now,
After all this talking, you're not even who you say you are?
Oh, my God, would you hang on a second? Like, this is what I've been trying to tell you, okay? This is why I wanted to go out with you again, to be able to tell you the truth. And Jubal was supposed to, like, help me do that because I wanted to be with you.
I'm sorry, Jubal didn't perpetuate your lie, you crazy...
No, it's not like that, okay? It's not like that. My buddies dared me. Okay, I did go to, like, an open tryout for the Sounders, and I hope to go again, okay? So it's not like I don't play soccer. But it's like I wanted to be honest with you and just tell you the truth. I had so much pressure.
Oh my God, you are so full of it. Can someone get this guy away from me? Not interested.
Not interested.
Not interested in dating the Home Depot liar.
That's a good nickname.
I think you're reading into things. I just threw out a hypothetical, said, what if he works for Home Depot? That's all. That's all I said.
I'm sorry. So people who work at Home Depot are what?
Probably classier than you.
Amen.
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living besides troll for professional athletes?
You are a crazy, crazy person.
Jamie, would you like a second date with Kevin? He'd love to see you again. I will pay for your second date.
We'll send you to a Sounders match.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm seriously asking, would you like to go out with Kevin again? I know he would love to see
And
you.
I'm seriously telling you, no way in hell.
All right.
You were all good until you found out that I wasn't a pro athlete.
Kevin,
So you know what?
I don't think so, Kevin.
no.
She sounded pretty upset the whole time.
Whatever. No, you know what? Seriously, you guys, like, I tried to be honest, and, like, why do you think guys lie? Like, why do you think guys lie? Because they get this, right?
No, dude, she never
try
had
to be open, and you try to be honest, and you get this.
Listen.
Because
You never
really,
tried to be honest.
Yeah.
What does Jamie want?
Kevin,
What does
I know
Jamie
you're
want?
fired
Jamie
up.
wants to fall over with her legs in the air for a pro athlete.
Kevin, Kevin, I know
That
that
is
I know
enough.
that I know you're fired up because you didn't get your second date, and I also know that I need to let you go and get off the phone. I want you to use that passion on the field today. Get to practice. All right, buddy?
Yeah, all right, go yourself, Jubal.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, normally during a second date update, we talk about what happened during the date. Today's a little bit different, though, because Patrick is on the phone. He wants to call a girl today that he met off of Tinder. Apparently, they had a great date, but it's what happened after everything was done that gets really strange for him. Patrick, how are you?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man. So you met this girl on Tinder?
Yeah, I did.
All right. And your email said that this girl was different than other girls that you've met on Tinder. Why is that?
Well, I don't know if you've been on Tinder, but this girl is she's classy, she's educated, she's funny, she's smart, she's great.
So it's not just somebody that you wanted to hook up with.
No, I mean, I really liked her a lot, actually.
Did she seem like, impressed by you or pleasantly surprised?
Well, she said it was her first time on Tinder, so...
And you're like, all right, let me show you how Tinder works. Come back to my place.
Dude, I'd be so nervous if I was going out on my first Tinder date. Was she, hesitant at all?
Well, maybe at the start she was, but after some wine and some more wine and some more wine...
It always seems to help.
Yeah.
So your email says that you guys had a great time during your date and everything went well, but the weird part was after the date. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Well, the other night I put her in a cab, and, we had a nice passionate kiss, said goodbye, and then, the next day I started getting some really bizarre text exchanges with her. I mean, just weird.
Did she text you first?
No, I actually texted her and said, hey, I had a fantastic time. When can we see each other again?
That's super weird.
Yeah, crazy.
No, here. Oh, you know what? Let me bring it. Hold on. Let me get her up. Hold on. Here. So then, her response after I said that was, would you go to South America with me?
What?
What?
Was she joking?
Exactly. So I text back, LOL, you're funny. And then she texts back, I'm serious.
Okay. I mean, obviously at that point you're like, what are you talking about? We went on one date and you want to go to South America?
That's exactly what I said. I said, you're not serious. LOL. We just had our first date. And then I wait a while, and then she texts back, never mind. Then I text right back, how about we hang out within the country somewhere? LOL.
I think that's a good response. Yeah.
I thought so too, right? So I'm waiting, and a whole day goes by, 24 hours, and she finally gets back to me, and this is her text. I can't see you anymore. You're a real great guy. Good luck in the future.
What?
That is weird. So she asked you to go to South America. You were like, are you joking? She said, no, I'm serious. And then because you wouldn't go, she said, I don't want to see you anymore.
That's what it seems like. And I'm like, what the And I texted and I called, and she won't return any of my calls or texts. So I have no idea what's going on.
Is that the first time you guys talked? I mean, like, did you know she's going on vacation in South America or she's moving there?
It's the first time I ever heard anything about South America.
So you met her off of Tinder. How much do you know about her? How much did you discuss about her personal life when you were on your date?
Well, we joked about our families and our jobs and, where we went to school. So, I kind of feel like I got to know her.
I guess what I'm asking is she rich? And was she like a rich girl who was like, I like this guy, I'm going to take him to South America? And did you just pass up an opportunity of a lifetime?
I hope not, my God.
He's like, oh my God, why didn't I say yes? I should have said yes.
I never thought of that. That better not be true because I would actually love to go to South America.
Yeah, you should have just played along and said, absolutely, I'll go to South America. Are you paying? Because I will go. Well, that is strange. And you haven't heard anything from her other than after that text exchange going like, sorry, I can't see you anymore. Good luck.
She has not responded.
Maybe she found a South American replacement, taking somebody else down there. Did she come off as someone who is like a lot of spur-of-the-moment decisions?
No, it was one date. I don't know that much about her, but she seemed sane.
Yeah, until you read those texts and then you're like, you sure you want to call her? You sure you want to try to get her on the phone?
I want to know what the hell. What was that all about?
Okay. So you do want a second date, maybe, but you also are just like, why the invite to South America and then blowing me off after?
Yes and yes.
Okay. All right, well, play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Yep, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today passed up the opportunity of a lifetime, an all-expense-paid trip to beautiful South America. That's right. He met a girl on Tinder. They went out for a fabulous date. According to him, everything went fine, even into the night with a passionate kiss. And then it was what happened after the date that was strange. He got invited on a trip to beautiful South America. And he said no. And then she won't talk to him ever again. Right, Patrick? That's what happened.
Yep.
Yep.
I thought she was joking.
So Patrick went out on a date with a girl they met off Tinder. They had a good time, but after the date, they were texting back and forth, and out of the blue, she asked if he would go to South America with her. He said no, thinking she was joking, but apparently she was serious because it pissed her off, and she's never talked to him since. You know what? I don't even know if we're going to be able to do this second date update because I'm assuming we're going to call her. She's going to be in South America, and her phone's going to be off, Patrick.
Well, that'll be an answer, I guess.
I really want to know why she would invite you to South America the day she met you.
You want to know?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Are you regretting turning her down already?
You guys keep acting like I was offered a trip from a game show or something. I still think she was kidding. I don't even know.
All right. Well, we're going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Buenos dias. Can I speak to please?
Yeah, this is...
Hi, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you doing today?
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number. I didn't sign up for anything, I'm sorry.
I know you didn't sign up for anything, but somebody sort of signed you up for something.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. If that's true, then you can take me off the list. I'm not really interested.
Unfortunately, I can't take you off the list because this is a morning radio show, and you recently went out with one of our listeners, but aren't calling him back. So he asked us to get you on the phone and find out why.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
I'll give you a little background first. Okay, his name is Patrick. You guys met on Tinder.
I'm sorry. I'm not comfortable talking about this. I'm not interested.
Can I just ask you one question? I'm just curious about the text messages that you sent him after your date when you invited him to South America. Were you being serious?
Whoa.
She just hung
Wow,
up.
Patrick. You must have really pissed her off by not agreeing to go to South America.
This is getting even weirder.
All right, I'm going to try to call her back.
Look, I'm not trying to be a bitch. If I'm going to talk to you, I need you guys to bleep my name out.
Okay. That's fine. I can beep your name out. You're pretty much, I mean, you're anonymous anyway. Nobody really knows who you are. Do you have friends that listen to the show?
I don't know. I don't even know who you guys are. So.
Okay. So you're pretty much anonymous. I promise you, if you let us talk to you for a minute, I will beep your name out. Nobody will know who you are.
So what do you need to know?
Well, I'm curious about the text messages that you sent to Patrick. So we talked to him about your date. He said that it was great. And then he told us after your date, you asked him to go to South America. He thought you were joking, and then it sounded like you were serious. And that's the last he's heard from you.
Those were private messages, and he probably shouldn't have shared them with you.
Okay, but he did, and he liked you a lot, so he asked us to get you on the phone. Do you not like Patrick?
No, I thought Patrick was a really cool guy. I thought he was, cute and funny and smart.
Okay, and were you serious about the invite to South America?
I'm just, my life's been pretty complicated lately, and
Okay.
it's just, I'm just going through some weird stuff right now, so I don't.
Okay, well, I don't want to get into all your personal stuff. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. If you liked Patrick, though, can you help us give him some sort of explanation? Because he really enjoyed your time together, so much so that he emailed us to get you on the phone.
I feel super shitty. I didn't want him to feel, I don't want him to feel blown off. I don't want him to feel like he's not a good guy. He is. It has absolutely nothing to do with him. It just has to do with what I'm dealing with right now.
Okay, can you give me anything that I can say to him, though? Like, just tell me what I can tell him so that he can feel good about it and move on if you don't want to see him again.
I'm getting married in 2 weeks, and
What?
Married?
You're getting married in 2 weeks?
Oh, girl.
yeah, I'm getting married. I'm getting married in 2 weeks.
Why
Okay,
are you
what-
on Tinder?
I only did it once. I'm just having a lot of second thoughts, and Patrick seemed like a really cool guy after talking, and I figured if I went on one last date, maybe if I liked it, the universe would tell me where I was supposed to be, whether it was dating or getting married, and
So you were kind of having second thoughts about getting married and thought, I'll try one more date. If it's good, that means I shouldn't get married?
I don't know what the I was thinking. It's been a really stressful time, and I know it was stupid.
Okay.
Why are you getting married? Don't get married. If you're kissing another guy, don't get married. What are you thinking? That's the worst decision you could ever possibly make.
You know, Les, I already feel pretty I don't even want to make me feel shittier.
All right.
No, it's gonna
Hey,
make
I'm
you
not.
feel
No, we're not trying to. We're not trying to make you feel.
What?
We're not trying to make you feel crappy about it. Look, I'm gonna keep her on the phone. We're not trying to make you feel. We're not trying to make you feel crappy about it. I promise. And I appreciate you taking the time to tell us what happened, because then I can go back to Patrick and sort of explain things to him. I do have a question about the South America thing. Can you shed any light on that?
I just thought we had a connection. I thought he was really special, and I figured if we were both willing to just drop everything and just leave and go be ourselves elsewhere, then maybe that would make us happy.
Whoa.
And I thought maybe he'd say yes. I thought.
He said that you guys had a lot of wine. Was it the alcohol talking that night?
No, I was sober when I texted him.
You were sober when you texted him about South America.
my
So
good
in your
Lord.
mind, if you guys ran away together, like you were willing to run away with him if he said yes.
I thought if he said yes, that would be where we were supposed to be. Yeah.
So you're just gonna run away from all your problems, leave everything in the dust.
I think it's kind of a thing to say. I'm sorry.
Hey, what? Look, I whatever you're going through, you're going through. I appreciate you staying on the phone with us, and I appreciate you talking to us. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want him to think it's him. It's not him.
Okay. Well, you can actually tell him that because he's on the other line listening.
Is all this really true?
Are you kidding me?
No, that's Patrick.
I'm so confused right now.
I'm sorry, guys. This is bullshit. I don't want to talk to. I don't want to talk to you, Patrick.
Hannah, I'd love to talk to you. Can we get together or?
Oh no!
Hello?
Wow, Patrick,
What?
you devil, you. You almost got a girl that's getting married to leave the country with you and ditch her husband.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, it is. It's all your fault, Patrick. You didn't throw
I'm blown
those.
away, guys. I'm blown away.
You had no idea that she was in another relationship, like none at all.
I had no idea.
Oh,
I'm like freaked out right now.
Wow.
actually.
Not only was she in another relationship, engaged to be married, and was thinking about leaving her husband and the country with you.
I really want to talk to her again
Why? What do you want to talk to her about? What are you going to say?
because I feel the same way. I don't know.
Why would you want to run away with a woman who's about to get married in 2 weeks?
I don't know what to think. I mean, I really like this girl, but then again, I mean, it was only one date, and I mean, I don't think I'm ready to run away to South America with her, but I mean, she shouldn't even get married into this guy if she feels that way,
Yeah,
right?
that sucks for that dude. Now, if she would have been on the date with you and told you, I'm assuming you would say no, but I don't know, and told you, hey, I'm about to get married, but I really like you, and I think that I would leave him for you, what would you have done?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, why would you not? You say no. Why are men so attracted to crazy women? That
they're
girl
hot.
is a nut job.
Brooke,
I
you
am
always-
sorry.
You always say you believe in love. Love works in mysterious ways.
Oh, bullshit.
Patrick, she was hot, wasn't she?
She was extremely hot.
There you go. That's what it is. Normally, this is the time where I ask if you want to go out on a second date, but she's not on the phone, and she's going to be getting married, so probably not interested in another date with you. I guess I'll ask the listeners. Text in 78592. What should we do from here?
Oh my gosh.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Yes. That is what I call a second date success.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah. Wow. So if you tuned in like in the middle of that and you didn't know what was going on, Sky Patrick went out with this girl. We had to beep her name, otherwise she wouldn't let us air it at all. But we beeped her name anyway. They went out, they met off of Tinder. After their date, she said, come with me to South America. And he was like, we went out on one date.
Yeah.
Are you serious? And she said, yes, I'm serious. Come with me to South America. And he said, how about we just hang out in the States and maybe someday later we could go to South America. And then she was like, it's not going to work, and stopped texting him back. The reason being, she is about to get married and was having second thoughts and thought that maybe he was the one for her and wanted to run away with him to beautiful South America.
I'm sorry. After one date, you don't think he's the one. You just want any excuse to get out of the marriage, period. Like, you're trying to let yourself talk yourself out of it. And people are getting mad at me because I was saying that she's crazy. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
But-
she is.
She's definitely crazy
That
for
is
sure.
nuts.
But she was hot, so he actually at the end of that was thinking
Yeah.
that he would actually be interested in a relationship with her still.
It is amazing what men will say yes to when you've got the right size waist and a nice rack.
Mhm.
It is like the power of that is beyond compare.
And crazy girls in the bedroom, A+.
Yeah.
And we all know that.
But in real life.
Yeah, but if you're going to plan on breaking up somebody's marriage, chances are she's going to want to marry you next.
Yes.
True.
She's going to want to marry you, and then you're going to be about to get married to her, and she's going to do the same thing to another guy, try to whisk him away to South America
Oh my God.
so that she can get out of getting married. I feel bad for her husband. Has no idea.
Bad. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but people keep texting in, Brooke, I can't believe you said that to her. She already felt bad about it.
I know.
What?
Well,
She
she was
should
playing.
feel bad.
She was playing the victim role big time.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the fact that I'm kind of a d-bag to my husband who I'm about to marry right now,
Yeah.
but I wanted to run away with this guy. It was like it's so hard for me, and I don't know what to do.
The craziest thing is, like you said, though, the other guy was actually like, well, I felt that connection
I know.
too. I don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know, dude?
Crazy has a funny way of finding more crazy.
That is a very that is eloquent, Jubal.
I wish I could have sent them on a second date
To South America.
to South America.
or just even a South American restaurant in town.
We asked what we should do. We said text in at 78592. What should we do? A lot of people are saying crash the wedding.
Oh.
Show up at the wedding and play the audio of the second date update.
My
No.
God, just give it to the DJ.
Another person said pay for that dude to go to her wedding. And then another said, send him to South America. No, he blew his shot at that. He had a chance to go to South America. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, brookandjubal@moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Well, I do declare I'm excited about today's second date update.
You're a Southern woman?
We have a bona fide Southern gentleman on the phone, and I can't wait to talk to him. His name is Jeffrey. Most likely Jeffrey Beauregard. That's what I would think. His email said that he just moved to town from the South and is having trouble meeting ladies and finally found a date, and now she's not calling him back. Jeffrey, I say that is a travesty that would happen to you.
Well, I gotta agree with you, ma'am.
Oh my God, he's actually batting his eyelashes at you right now, Jeffrey. You better be careful. He may drop a white glove on the ground any moment.
Well, I gotta tell you something. Where I'm from in the South, there ain't any women who talk like him or look like him anymore. So,
way to just dash my dreams, Jeff. How you doing, man? Thanks for your email.
Yeah, I guess I'm doing okay, all things considered, except for this girl not calling me back. That's why I'm here.
How long you been in town? And I'm assuming that you've been listening to the show for a while. If you're willing to do a second date update with us.
Yeah, I've been here for a little over a month now, and I actually move around for work a lot. I've been all over the South, and I'm kind of starting something new here in the area, and so I like my morning shows. I'm trying to meet people and do stuff like that. So I heard you guys, and Jubal, maybe it was that inherent Southern charm you had in there.
Well, I do tend to connect with my Southern gentlemen, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today.
Her name's Lana, and I think this story is it's just sort of typical, I guess. We went out to a restaurant on a date. We met online because I'm new. I don't know anybody in this area, so I was going online, and so went out to a restaurant. Now she had to drive. Sort of a long story. My car is actually being shipped.
Okay.
I'm not going to go on all that, but
when you say car, I'm assuming you mean jacked up truck, right?
Yeah. That's how it is in the South. We all got trucks.
And had you online dated when you lived in the South, or is this your first go round?
I've done a little bit before, nothing too serious. Just this is it's a little embarrassing because I don't have my car, and I'm not usually the one that the girl has to come pick up. That's a little embarrassing for me, but she was cool. It didn't seem to matter to her.
You know what? No matter how progressive you think, it's always kind of weird whenever you're going out on a date. As a guy, you just feel like you should be the one picking them up.
Absolutely.
And I've gone on a couple dates like that when my car was in the shop or whatever. I was like, yeah, you want to go out? And she's like, sure. And I was like, well, you got to come pick me up. It's always kind of an awkward conversation for some reason.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt.
Did you make her get out of the driver's seat just so you could open the door for her?
No, I didn't do no. I know where I am. I didn't try any of that stuff. So, but I think I know why she's not calling me back. We went to dinner. It was fine. We talked, had a good time, but I didn't have my wallet on me. I realized it fell out in the car. So at the end of dinner, when I realized I was going to pay, because I at least do that much, and I realized my wallet had fallen out. So I asked for her keys to go look back in her car, and she kind of looked at me nervously, gave me the keys.
She probably thought you were about to steal her car. Because you read a lot of these news stories about people who go out on online dates that end up stealing somebody's car on a first date.
Oh, no, I've never read about that before. Is that a thing people do?
Oh, yeah, it is, dude. Go ahead and Google it. There's stories about it all the time.
I'm sure she just thought you were cheap, not that you were going to steal her car.
Yeah, I mean, we've been making jokes about how I was a fish out of water all night, so, maybe she was thinking I was some weird serial killer car thief person.
Yeah, I mean, it seems convenient when you're at dinner and you're like, oh, man, I left my wallet in your car. Can I borrow your keys, please? I'll be right back, I swear.
Yeah, that's exactly why I think she might not be calling me back. But I found my wallet pretty quick, came back, and I paid. And so after that, of course, she drove me home. That's weird again.
That's even weirder.
At the end, we shook hands. You know, it was the first date. I didn't want to kiss her. Not on a first date. That's not how I was raised.
So can I ask you, did you offer your hand first, or did she offer the handshake?
I think I offered mine. Yeah, I offered mine first.
Okay.
That's weird.
Put her there.
So, you know, at the end of the night, I just like leaned over, shook her hand, and she smiled, and I was like, I think I said something like, "This was a nice time, and I think, you know, if you'll be hearing from me again, I hope I see you soon." Something like that.
And what was her response to that?
She said she had a fun time, and I said, "Can I call you again?" And she said, "Sure."
And did you call her again?
I've only called once. I have texted like 3 or 4 times. But you know, it's a little confusing because I know it was a little crazy asking for her keys and like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I came back. I didn't steal her car. I didn't do nothing like that. And she said she had a lot of fun. So I'm just confused.
All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, man, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
For today's second date update, Jeff is on the phone with us. He's a southern gentleman who just moved here. Met a girl online. They went out to dinner. Nothing really crazy about dinner. Said they had a good time. The only thing that happened, and is the reason that he thinks he's not getting a call back, is that during dinner he realized that he forgot his wallet in her car because she had to drive because his car isn't here yet. So he asked for the keys, went out to the car, grabbed his wallet, came back in and still paid for dinner. But he thinks that might have been kind of weird for her. It is kind of weird to be like, hey, first date, don't know you very well, but can I have your keys, please? So we're about to call her right now. Jeff, you ready to go for your second date update?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Why do you want to call this girl? I mean, I just think if I was new to town, I'd want to date around a little bit.
I do want to date around, but you know, I want to see her again first. I want to follow up with her and spend a little more time with her first.
Yeah, you're not trying to fall in love with her, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? That's kind of the whole point of dating, but I just want to see where it goes.
I guess you don't know unless you get a second date, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, going to call her right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can find out why she's not calling you back.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Alana, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Alana, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That's all right. There's a lot of people that don't know who it is. It's a radio show, morning radio show. How you doing?
Okay.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they wanted us to get a hold of you.
Okay. What's their name?
He's a southern gentleman who just kind of moved to town. Do you know what I'm talking about? His name is Jeff.
Yes, I do.
He actually emailed us and told us a little bit about your date and is confused as to why you're not calling him back, so he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
I don't know. I just didn't really work.
You didn't really work?
The whole date was just weird. There were little things that happened the whole date, and it just didn't really go well.
Okay, can you put it so that we can tell him, can you describe in your own words the date then? Because it sounds like more happened than what he told us.
I mean, we're just really different, really, really different. I think during dinner, I went to use the restroom, and I got back, and I heard him pass gas.
At the table? Like, were you sitting back down, or were you just coming up to the table?
I was coming back to the table, and as I was sitting down, I definitely heard him pass gas.
Oh, bad timing.
So you were did he not notice that you were there yet, and you were walking up and you farted?
Right, basically. He didn't say a single thing about it, and I just kind of sat there and thought, okay, well, I guess we'll just let this go.
Did you guys have that awkward moment where you both know that the other one farted and you kind of sit there in silence for a second, like, is somebody going to bring it up? And then you go,
I did, but he kind of seemed like it was totally fine.
Oh, but what is he going to say? I mean, you'd have to pretend like it didn't happen on your first date at dinner.
Well, I kind of tried to just forget about it, but then
we get to paying for the check, and he tells me that he thinks he left his wallet in my car and whatever. I mean, I get it. Like, maybe it just fell out of his pocket or something. So I gave him my keys, and I was praying that he wasn't going to, like, steal my car or do anything. But he came back, and he paid for the bill, and everything, you know, everything was fine. And then, you know, I really thought maybe I would go out with him again. But then I got home, and I was getting my bags and everything from my car, and I realized that the change in my change box in my car was completely gone.
No way.
Like, wait.
So you're accusing him of stealing the change out of your car.
100%.
Oh
no
my
Are you-
God.
100%.
Really?
I had quarters in there. I know I keep my change there as like my little, you know, thing where I just throw my change. It was completely gone.
Why
All I
would
could
you
think
steal?
was that this hillbilly from the South took my change, stole from me. So I wasn't even gonna, you know, he tried calling me, he texted me a couple times. I did not even want to respond. I don't even want to see him again. I don't want to hear from him. I can't even believe that, like, the audacity he would have to call a radio station knowing that he stole from me.
Oh, man.
You said you don't want to hear from him ever again.
Never again.
Okay, well, that's going to be tough because he's actually on the other line listening.
You actually noticed the change was gone for your car?
What the is going on?
That's Jeff.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Alana, it's me. It's Jeff. I've been here the whole time. I mean,
I don't want to talk to you. Like, you know what you did. I don't want to talk to you.
Alana, don't you think you're being a little paranoid, accusing Jeff of stealing the change out of your car? I highly doubt that Jeff took the change out of your car.
I took it.
What?
You did?
You actually stole change.
Alana, just listen for a second. I mean, first off, it was a couple bucks, and it was a tip. It was a tip.
You actually stole it?
I checked my wallet. Cash was a little bit low. I mean,
This is a joke.
I needed a little extra for the tip. It was only a couple bucks. Like, you know, that's something I learned in the South. You tip good when you go out.
Yeah, but
Your own money.
I was going to pay it back on a second date. It totally slipped my mind to even mention
A
it.
second date? You really think I would go on a second date with you after you stole from me?
It's not stealing. I was borrowing it, and I was going to pay it back on the second date. We do that all the time in the South. It's no big deal.
you do, Jeff? Like, that's a common Southern thing to steal each other's car change and use it as a tip?
No, it ain't stealing. I'm not stealing nothing. I'm borrowing change. It's change.
Jeff, it's...
How often do you notice change in your car?
It's
I got
only-
change in my car. It's been there for a long time.
Oh, my God. It's only borrowing if you actually ask somebody for money and then tell them you're going to pay it back. You can't just take it.
I forgot.
Oh, my God. You know, this is just all ridiculous. Jeff, I think you're a dumb hick.
Oh!
I don't understand why we're even having this conversation. I don't have any more time for this. Our conversation's done.
That was quick.
Oh, wow.
Jeff,
Damn.
you still there, man?
I don't get it. I was going to pay her back. It was a couple of bucks
Yeah, but
from a car that I was going to use for the tip.
Jeff, you should probably ask before you do that, you know?
Look, man, it was my first date with her. Yeah, I was nervous about everything else anyway, and I forgot. I forgot.
All right, well,
And
my advice to you would be next time, if you're ever in that position, don't steal somebody's cash from their car, man.
you know, you keep saying stealing. You know, I've heard enough of your. I didn't steal nothing.
Okay,
I didn't
Jeff.
steal-
All right. Hey, man, listen, I'm just telling you that you probably shouldn't take money from people's cars, even if it's like a Southern thing, like you said. It's definitely
You
not
just
done here.
Stop talking to me about all this. You DJ radio high school dropout. You don't know what the you're talking
Jeff,
about.
that's the first thing I will agree with you on. I am a radio host. I know that. Don't be so mad. I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah, well, a lot of help you are.
Did that just really happen?
We just got hung up on twice,
Wow.
which is impressive. And
Not
that
bad.
might be a first time for that.
I didn't even get to ask if they wanted to go on a second date. I guess I'll have to email them. See if I can get them to go out again. we get a lot of really creative ideas for dates.
Yeah.
When we do these second dates. And today we have another creative idea. It's from a dude named Spencer. He emailed the show for a second date today, and I read his email, and his date was creative. He planned to bore his date to death.
What?
At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, okay.
Boredom, a boredom date. Well, who knows, you know? People get bored enough, they might hook up with you just to do something.
Okay.
You know? Just out of
Last
sheer
resort.
boredom.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Spencer, how are you?
I'm doing good, but I don't know if that's a fair assessment of the date.
Well, it never
Well,
is when
yeah.
it comes from Jubal, just so you know.
Yeah, we'll get another assessment from everybody else in a second. But first of all, what's the girl's name that you want to call today?
Her name's Mary.
Mary, okay. And why don't you tell everybody about your very boring date with Mary?
Well, my creative date with Mary
There you go, Spencer.
was, thank you. Yeah, it was something I thought it'd be different. I decided we'd go to a used bookstore, kind of pick out books for one another based on...
Oh my gosh,
sorry.
Jubal.
Sorry, Spencer.
People, I mean, I know it's hard for
I
you to
interrupted.
believe, but some people actually like reading.
You should try it. You should try it.
I should try it, but I can't because I don't know how. Thanks for throwing that in my face,
Yeah.
Spencer. Okay, so you went to a used bookstore.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell a lot about a person based on the kind of books they read. So I figured we could, pick out a book for one another.
No, but that can be a lot of pressure on a first date because you want to come off smart, right? So you don't want to go and pick out what you've actually been reading.
I mean, I just wanted it to be kind of something fun. I didn't necessarily think it had to be pick a book that's going to change my life or
Okay.
anything like that,
Okay. You took the pressure
So-
off. It was lighthearted.
Yeah.
And the idea was to pick out books for each other. So you gave her Getting Naked for Dummies, and she gave you what?
She actually gave me the Kama Sutra.
What? For real? That's the book she gave you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not the real one.
I was gonna say, that's awesome.
What'd you end up picking out?
I ended up picking out the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's all really about mindset, how you carry yourself and how your mindset can actually lead to success.
All right.
Okay, so a motivational book. That's cool.
Or a self-help
Yeah.
book,
Yeah.
however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But still.
I mean, it's cool, or it could have been offensive, like, oh, do I look like I need help?
Yeah.
She didn't act that way. I mean, when she gave it, she's like, oh, cool, this is cool.
Yeah, and what'd she pick out for you?
She chose the first Twilight book in the series. Yeah, she said it was kind of like, for her, it was kind of a good escape book. She loved the fantasy and everything that was involved with it. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
I've read it, and I agree with her. It's just fun.
Yeah, and I was like, it's kind of a counterbalance to my choice. So I thought we'd be a really good match in that way,
So did you guys just sit there and read your books and then hug and go home? Like, was that...
No, there was a kiss, and then we left. No, I'm just kidding. We actually, I'm just kidding. We actually went, afterwards, we took our books, we went to a little, cafe, had some food. We kind of
Okay.
talked about our books and got to know each other a little bit more.
So it's like an impromptu book club with Spencer and Mary.
It was good conversation, I'll tell you that.
Well, and it's a pretty smart first date because it's an easy follow-up for a second date. Like, you have a reason to contact her other than just asking her out.
Well, that was the plan until what happened at the end of the date.
And what happened?
Well, everything was going great. Things were kind of winding down. Mary said she had to go. She said she had a great time. She gave me a hug and said, look forward to getting together again soon. And then she left, and then I kind of looked over where she was sitting. I realized she had left her book there. I was like, oh,
no.
crap. That kind of defeats the whole follow-up thing. So I just grabbed her book, and I tried to run outside to see if I could catch her before, she had gone. But
Was it raining? Was it raining when that happened?
It wasn't raining at the time, no.
Wait, is that your...
Okay. Yeah, in my mind, I pictured you running out in the rain after her with her book and then standing there as the
Just
rain.
screaming her name.
Yeah.
It's very romantic, both of you.
Wow, Jubal.
No, that's not what happened. She was gone. It was like the waiter thought I was trying to leave without paying the bill. So, they started getting all weird on me at the restaurant. I mean, I went back in and paid it, but it just like a big scene had been created at that point.
Yeah.
So it just got a little weird at the end of the date. And then, I tried to reach out to her via text, and I haven't heard anything back.
And have you texted her like, hey, I got your book?
Yeah. I was like, hey, I got your book. Love to come bring it to you. nothing.
So, Spencer, why do you think she's not calling you back?
Honestly, like, the only thing I can think of is, like, maybe the date was too creative and she just, like, maybe fell for me real quick and just, she doesn't know how to handle it.
Really?
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
it
could have
does-
fallen in love and just been,
Yeah.
like, not comfortable with it.
God, between you and Spencer, you guys really have this romance novel thing handled. I mean, with these two storylines.
There's a lot of optimism.
Yeah, I'm an optimistic person, and that's just why, kind of why I contacted you guys. I feel like, we get her on the phone, and I feel like the truth will really come out in that moment,
Okay.
that we can have another date.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then get chapter 2 of your second date.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hang on. It was a dark and stormy night. And it was a dark and stormy night
All right.
when it was a dark and I'm never going to make it in this business.
You're not going to make it
I'm
past
sorry,
a couple of
I-
words.
I'm having intro block. I
Yeah.
can't think of how to intro this segment correctly. It's kind of like writer's block, and since we're talking about books, I guess it makes sense, Spencer. You've gotten in my head.
Well, it wasn't actually dark or stormy, but...
Well, okay, so now even the beginning of my intro is screwed up. The few words that I had right before I got intro block, Spencer.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Spencer's
right.
got date block. That's much worse than intro block.
Yeah.
There's another term for that.
No, okay.
If you're just tuning in, Spencer is on the phone for a second date. He actually took a girl named Mary out, and they went to a bookstore, and they both got books and recommended them to each other. Then they went to a cafe to eat and talk about those books. But at the end of the date, she took off from the restaurant and left her book behind, and Spencer hasn't heard a word from her. We're about to get her on the phone and find out what happened. Anything else you want to say before we do that, Spencer?
I mean, it's just, we had a really great time. Like, she's awesome. I don't know what happened. Like, we really kicked it off, and I really kind of want to find out what the deal is, why she hasn't responded.
And I feel like if she thinks that date that you took her on was boring, then good riddance. Because that's an awesome date, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for like a 90-year-old. They would love it.
No!
So-
All right.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mary?
I'm speaking. May I ask who's calling?
Yes, you may. Thank you for asking, Mary. My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. Are you guys doing like a fundraising thing or something?
Well, I do have a
awesome.
GoFundMe that I'm going to ask you to donate to later, but it's some personal stuff. No, the reason I'm calling you is because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date.
What does that entail exactly?
Well, that's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then you end up not calling them back after, they email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So we got an email the other day from a dude named Spencer.
Yeah, I remember Spencer. He contacted you guys?
Yeah, and he told us all about your date, how he took you to a used bookstore and you guys bought books for each other and then went to eat and talk about the books, and then you left and ran out of his life for good.
Okay. Seems a little dramatic the way you put it, but
Well,
yeah.
you know, when someone realizes that the love of their life has
Oh
walked
my
out the door
gosh,
never to come
Jubal.
back, it could be a little dramatic, Mary.
That is not what he said, Mary, just for the record. That is Jubal's words, not Spencer's.
Okay, thank goodness. That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. He's just
He
said
didn't
he
say
had
that.
a nice time.
Yeah, he told us about your date, said he enjoyed it, is wondering why you're not calling him back.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I don't really know what to say.
Okay, was it about the book, maybe? He said that he picked out a book for you called Think and Grow Rich.
No, I love the fact that he gave me that book. I mean, that's not the kind of thing I really read, you know, like self-improvement kind of stuff.
Okay. He also said that you gave him the book Twilight. Did he, like, make fun of it or something?
What, are you saying he was making fun of it? Like, did he?
No. I'm asking because, I'm asking if maybe he made fun of the book that you chose.
Well,
You
not
chose
in front of
Twilight.
me, but if he said something to you, I mean.
No, he didn't say anything. He said it was a fun escapism book.
Okay. Okay.
But so, wait, if you liked the book thing, then why did you leave your book behind?
I mean, I forgot it. I didn't mean to leave it behind. I just forgot.
Okay, so that wasn't on purpose, because...
No, not at all. I mean, I'd actually be interested in picking it up again because it looks kind of interesting to me.
Well, I know where you can get it. I think he still has it.
Well, it wasn't about the books.
Well, can you tell us what it is then? Because he's really curious.
Well, we're talking at the cafe, and it was great. I felt like we really got along, and we were just, like, really similar across the board, just like the same person in a lot of ways. And I was thinking that, and then the waitress came over and she took our IDs for our drinks, and we have the exact same birthday.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Well, no, it's not. It's not awesome. It actually, like, that was it for me, and because that's not okay.
Why is that not okay?
What?
Well, lots of reasons. I mean, the main one is, like, it's not fair to either of us to have to share our birthdays. Like, can you imagine being in a couple with somebody who has the exact same birthday as you and you never get to fully actually celebrate your birthday?
Okay.
Wait, what?
I think it would be great because it means I wouldn't have to remember when their birthday was, but that's just me being lazy.
So, wait.
So you don't want to share your birthday so much so that you don't want to date him again?
I don't want to share my birthday. I don't want him to have to share his birthday. I mean, think about it. Like, we'd have to, like, which family are we spending this with? Like, it's one of the best days of our year, and it gets watered down. I mean, no.
But it sounds like you guys connected on so many levels, and it seems really silly to, like, drop all of that just because of a birthday.
No, we connected on too many levels. I mean, think about it. We're the exact same astrological sign, too. Like, that's going to clash at some point. There's going to be no variety in the relationship. It's too much.
It is crazy that you guys have so many similarities, like same birthday, same kind of likes and dislikes. You're both on the phone right now. That's another weird one.
What?
Oh, yeah, Spencer's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Do not tell me that right now.
Yes, he is, so I have to tell you that right now. Spencer?
Hey, guys. How you doing, Mary?
I can't believe this. Hi, I guess.
Like, are you being serious about all this?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm serious. It's just how I feel about it. I mean, think about it. It's one of the best days of your year, and if you can't really celebrate it, what does that mean about your life?
Oh my God, Mary, wow.
It's just so weird to me that, like, this birthday thing is such a big hang-up. I mean, has this happened to you, like, other people you went on dates with or something?
No, I mean, not with someone I was dating, but, like, back in middle school, I had the same birthday as another girl in my class, and they sang happy birthday to both of us, and it was horrible.
Oh my God. There's some, like, deep-seated issues, Mary.
Scarred.
It's very special to me. I don't care if you're making fun of it. It's an important thing in my life.
I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, like, our date was amazing. Like, we were laughing and, like, chatting the whole time. It was like no silence.
Yeah, I mean, don't take it personally. It's not your fault that you were born on my birthday.
Oh my God.
Spencer, this is a tough one because there's really not much you can do. You were born on the day you were born on, and it sounds like it's a deal breaker.
You know what? My birthday isn't as big of a deal as sounds like it is to you, Mary. What if I, like, change my birthday? I mean, I know I can't do it legally, but, like, what if I, like, I don't know, change it on Facebook and just start telling people it's a different day and, like, celebrate it, I don't know, like a couple of months later or something.
Whoa.
Hey, I don't want you to change your birthday for me. I want you to be who you are and get to celebrate on your day. And, I get that was a really nice thing for you to say, Spencer, but I don't feel comfortable with that.
Regardless of whether or not I celebrate my birthday on my actual birthday or any other day, I'm still going to be the same guy. I'm completely okay just celebrating you.
Aww,
Mary, that's
sweet.
that's a huge thing, I feel like, because most people would judge, your whole birthday hang up as a little crazy. And he's, like, open to it, man.
I don't know if it's a little crazy. I think there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't want to share their birthday.
Okay, selfish, whatever you want to call it. That's fine, too, Mary.
I don't think it's selfish. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
But I do appreciate Spencer's reaction.
Okay. Well, would you want to go out with him on a second date? We will pay for it.
Spencer, are you serious? Are you really going to change this for me and change your birthday?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not a problem for me. I'm totally down.
You don't see this as a red flag at all, Spencer?
You know, you go on a number of dates, and finally you meet someone that you, like, connect with on pretty much every level except for the birthday thing. Like, it's fine. It's really fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Mary Spencer said he will change his birthday for you.
Oh my God.
Will you go out with him again?
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you.
Hey, awesome.
Okay. Congratulations, Spencer. You got your second date.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and now you have to figure out a date for your birthday. I have a few dates that I could suggest. You could do December 25th, January 1st, February 14th. That would be a fun one, too.
Bread and butter wines pair with the life moments you love, offering a rich and jammy Cabernet Sauvignon, a silky smooth Pinot Noir, and a buttery Chardonnay. Bread and butter wines are delicious. Find bread and butter wines in your favorite store.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
Over the years, we've had people with all sorts of interesting professions call in for a second date update.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we've had a few former pro athletes, a movie stuntman.
Oh, yeah.
And one time, we got a junior level auditor at an accounting firm. I mean, that was interesting to me.
Was it? You like big numbers?
Well, most because my parents do all my taxes, so I don't know anything about that stuff. It's fascinating.
Wow.
But today's phone call is pretty special because we have someone on the line who says they have one of our jobs, and that's a professional stand-up comedian, just like Jose Bolaños.
Cool. Do I know? Well, there's a
Oh, my
lot
God.
of us out there.
I don't know if you know.
Out-joke each other?
Oh, my God. It's Kevin Hart?
No. His name is Harold, so please welcome to the stage, Harold.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, see how natural he is?
Okay, is that a fake accent? Is that part of your shtick, Harold?
Fake. Ain't nothing fake about me, dear, but my fingernails I got on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is he
all
lit
right.
yet? Can we light him?
I like this guy.
All right.
Harold.
This guy's going to take my job.
Okay. Thanks for being with us, man. So, before we get into your date, first tell us about the girl that you met. What's her name?
Oh, her name is Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley, okay.
How'd you meet her?
I met her through this dating app, but, you know, that's a whole nother chick caboodle.
Yeah.
You never know how boring you are until you start filling out that darn thing, I tell you.
Seriously.
I feel like this is a setup. The whole thing for his next joke. I mean, but I agree with you.
I'm telling you, though, but you know what? As I was filling it out, I kid you not, I realized, hey, wait a minute. There's millions, I'm talking billions of people out here who's not dating me. What the heck is their problem?
Yeah. I feel you, man.
like,
I feel that way all the time. I'm like, how come I only have 2,000 people dating me? Where are my millions?
Exactly.
So did she hit you up? Is she the one that reached out to you on the profile?
Oh, yeah, I feel it out. I mean, I just want to meet somebody nice and get into a relationship.
Yeah, that'd be great.
A serious relationship to me is like freaking a marathon. It's all stupid.
Oh, huh?
Okay.
I thought you wanted to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying I wouldn't mind being in one, but for the most part, you got to go through all this foolishness.
Okay.
Can we just focus maybe a little bit?
Now, I'm really enjoying your perspective on life, Harold. But can we get to your date with Ashley?
Yeah, but I just figured you want to know how I came about doing all of this. That's all.
Well, okay, we get the idea. You met her online. So
You could have said that.
Yeah.
what exactly did you do with her?
I mean, we went out to go eat to this restaurant.
Harold, how was the conversation between you and Ashley? Because if it's like this one, I may know why she's not calling you back.
It was a 10-hour date.
I tell you, I'm going to make her smile and laugh throughout this whole evening.
Okay.
Are you saying that you ran a comedy bit on her?
Well, not really a comedy bit. I just told her a few things that I believed in. Like, for instance, I told her, I said, you know what, Ashley? She said, what, Harold? I said, you know, you're like a jellyfish.
A jellyfish?
Yeah, a jellyfish. And I said, your body's rudimentary, and I'm scared to get near it.
What?
That was a good one.
That was what they call a heroism.
Okay.
So you're scared to get close to her body? This is where... Did she laugh?
She chuckled after all get out. And then I followed it up with, I said, you know what, Ashley? She said, oh, what, Harold? I said, relationships are the darndest thing. They're 90% of trying to figure out where we're going to go eat at.
I'm good on the heraldism over here.
I do appreciate, though, you reenacting Ashley answering your questions, because I really feel like I'm there. Can we get back just to the date again? Yeah. How do you think your chemistry was? Did you feel a connection there?
I did. I mean, I was getting ready to walk her up to her door after we concluded a nice little dinner and walk around the lake, but I was telling her what I thought about doing. I'm sort of glad I didn't. And she was like, well, what's that? I told her, I said, I was going to wear a parachute tonight to our date.
A parachute?
You were a parachute.
Hold on, just play along.
Okay.
Why are you wearing a
Can
parachute?
you just hear me out?
Oh, I'm trying.
I don't know why I was going to wear it, but I figured it was going to start up a conversation.
Wait a minute. You didn't have a punchline?
There's
ready?
no joke. Harold, you asked her. Wait, hold on.
Where's
Threw
the
her for a
improv,
curveball on that
Harold?
one.
Improv. You're a
You
comedian
told her
now.
you were gonna wear a parachute, and when she asked why, you didn't have an answer.
Right. I showed it to her in my trunk. I said, if I got here and I didn't feel my mojo and I didn't feel like myself, I was going to strap on this here parachute and walk in this here restaurant.
Wait, there was actually a parachute there?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what he said. He said he
in
had an
the
actual
trunk.
parachute in the
trunk.
back of his
I
trunk.
follow along, bro.
I thought it was a figurative parachute.
No, he has a parachute in
You
the
never
trunk.
know when a good parachute joke is going to come up, so you're going to need the
No,
props
but
ready.
think about it. Somebody was going to have to ask me. She was going to have to say, now, Harold,
Okay.
why are you wearing this here parachute?
Okay. But she didn't say that.
Well, I didn't wear
Oh.
it, but I'm telling you, I felt good about myself and I had my mojo.
Okay.
It was an emergency.
Well, I feel like I've gotten a pretty good idea. It sounds like you guys had a lot of chemistry.
I think we know.
So-
Is that what you got out of this?
Sounds
Jeffrey,
like
that's
it.
what you got
So
out of this?
maybe let's fast forward to the end of the date.
Yeah.
How did the night end with you and Ashley?
I thought he was walking her to the door.
Well,
with the
I'd like to get
parachute.
to the very finish. What's the last thing that happened?
Was there a kiss? Was there a hug?
I tell you what now, and I'll be very forthright with you.
Okay, please, as forthright as you can. We
For
don't
the
have a
first
lot of
time.
When I went there, I went in for that there little kiss, and I was ready to embrace this. You know, like how they show on television, just a long, drawn-out thing.
Yeah, romantic.
While you were wearing a parachute.
No, Brooke,
It
don't
was
bring it up.
mighty short.
Okay.
My God, it nothing happened. I mean, heck. But I tell you, I mean, I said, thank you, ma'am, and I walked about 4 feet, and I turned around, and I said, you know, if you want, you can call me CB.
What?
CB.
CB? I said, yes, it stands for coffee bean. And then she says, coffee bean? And I walked another 2 steps to my car, and I turned around, and I did a thrust. I said, yes, because I grind so fine. And I'm
There we go. This was all right.
I told her, just like Maxwell House, I'm good to the last drop.
Yeah. Good.
No drops.
All right. Well,
Oh, God.
Harold,
Man.
that sounds like a pretty great time. So,
Wow. One of you.
Jeffrey.
in your mind, when you look back on the date,
Yeah.
Don't ask.
I don't think we should ask more
is
questions.
there, no,
Listen,
oh, you don't think I should ask if there's any moment that
Hit the
could have gone wrong?
sound.
Okay.
No.
Please,
Well,
We'll be back.
All right.
We'll be back.
Okay, let's play a song
Thank you.
and
need
we'll
a
come
break.
back and then we'll try and get you
my
your
God.
second date update. All right, CB?
We'll try.
Good, because I got a whole plethora of assortment to tell you guys about.
All right. We're going to take a short intermission. We'll be back with more of Harold right after this. If you're just joining us for the second date update, we've been talking with one of our listeners named Harold about his first date with a woman named Ashley. Now, Harold is a stand-up comedian, and he went into a lot of detail about their night. But here are the main points that I took away.
Okay.
They went to a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
He drove her home.
Yes.
He pulled a parachute out from the trunk of his car, and he even got a short peck at her doorstep, even though he was kind of hoping for a longer, sloppier kiss.
Yeah.
You are missing the very end.
He said swap and spit.
What's the very
He
end?
wanted to grind on
The
her.
CB, the coffee bean.
Oh, well, he has a nickname. He likes to go by CB, which is short for coffee bean, because he grinds so fine.
Yeah.
He's
That
like Maxwell
I
House.
feel like is a really important last ending shot of his date.
One thing was abundantly clear to me, though, and that's that he had a really nice time with Ashley, and he's bummed that she's not calling him back.
That is true.
Now, Harold, about ready to make your phone call here. How you feeling?
I'm just so appreciative of you guys doing this here for me. I mean, I went jogging the other day, and man, I saw this couple holding hands, and I just started thinking about this little filly, and I'm like, oh man, this makes me hopeful that one day I can find the right person that will hate that couple just as bad as me.
I was like, oh, this is sweet.
That is.
Well, I'm just hoping it's going to be Ashley. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you can roast people together.
I hope that for you too, Harold.
Yeah.
Harold, we didn't hear. I mean, have you reached out to Ashley and she hasn't called you back?
I sent her a couple of texts, and I even called, but I got nothing.
Okay. So you reached out to her a lot,
left
is
a lot
what
of
it sounds
voicemails.
like.
Okay.
Not answering your texts.
Well, maybe we'll have better luck here, because I'm ready to dial her number, and we're going to try and get you your second date update. You ready to do this, ma'am?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hey,
Okay.
Remember, I feel like I have to say this. Wait until it's your turn to talk.
Yeah.
Jeffrey will handle it from
I'll,
the beginning.
I'll call you in when I think you should talk to her, okay?
I tell you guys, that might be a little tough to do because, hell, I got a lot of Heroisms I need to get rid of.
Okay.
No, we're trying to get you another date, Harold.
Yeah.
So just dampen the Heraldisms just for a
Hold
couple
on to him
minutes.
for a little bit, okay?
Less is more.
Let me try and get some answers from her, all right?
All righty.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to dial her number right now.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Ashley.
Who is this?
Hi, Ashley. My name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Who did you say this was? I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're a morning radio show.
Okay.
We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. And we're reaching out to you today because we heard that you love comedy.
I'm sorry. What is this about, though? I'm confused.
Well, we're a comedy radio show, and we have a friend of our show who also does comedy.
That's your friend.
No.
Wait, she knows.
Is this about that guy Harold?
Oh, girl.
It might be.
Oh no, I'm okay. Thank you.
No, hold on.
I'm sorry. I am fascinated to hear your side of the night.
Yeah.
He told us about your date.
And what we're doing here, it's called a second date update. We're trying to help Harold understand what went wrong during your first date.
Because believe it or not, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing that he doesn't.
Yeah.
So we need your help.
Yeah, because we all understand that Harold is a one-of-a-kind type of character.
Well said.
Yeah, he sure is.
You know, so is there something about him or about the date that was a problem for you?
Or a few things.
Well, to be honest, some parts of it was fun because he's a comedian and some of his jokes were even a little bit fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
But some of them didn't even have a punchline. Like I just looked at him.
Yeah.
And then, he just talks a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, of course you do. I mean, did he ever take a second to ask you questions?
No, that's the thing. And that's the thing that made me kind of go this is not going to work because for me, the number one thing I need is a phenomenal listener.
Well, I mean, sometimes people talk a lot when they're really nervous because they're out with someone that they like.
Yeah, but that's okay. 70% of the time, okay, I get it. Get a glass of water.
Yeah.
Take a second.
I understand how you're feeling, that maybe you don't know if there's a bond there, but I don't know if Harold would necessarily agree with you on everything.
He probably would make a joke about it, to be honest.
Well,
Or try to. I mean, there may not be a punchline, but he'd try.
He sounds like a sweetheart in his own way.
Does he?
How long can you last with that? A day? A week?
No, I wouldn't even give it 5 minutes.
See?
So
Maybe
yeah.
just give it 5 more minutes because I need to let you know that Harold is on the other line listening and he does want to talk to you right now.
Oh my God. Are you serious right now?
He has not spoken one word this entire time. Harold, are you there?
It's been hard, I must say. But I just want to clarify something real quick. Now, Ashley, I hope you know when I talked about putting one arm around you, getting my other arm, putting it around you and squeezing you tight and just tackling you. I'll be honest, I was talking about relationships, then my mind went to football and I just went all haywire.
There it is, distraction.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's what happens when you're in love. Like, things don't make sense anymore. Things start running together.
Can I ask, Ashley, was there any jokes that made you laugh of Harold's?
He said one about a pasta I'm trying to forget. I don't even want to think about that, to be honest.
I don't think we heard that one.
I can't discuss that one on the radio, so
That's a live joke. That's
it's a live one?
stage.
Okay.
But I tell you, I mean, I would love to spend some more time with you so we can go over a few that was funny.
No. Harold, you're missing the point, dude. Are you not listening to her?
I'm going to make the next date all about her. That's what I'm trying to tell you now.
How, Harold? How are you going to make it all about her?
I'm going to just sit back, relax, put my feet up, have my guitar, and just pick along while she's talking away.
Wait, guitar?
That's
You're
not.
gonna play a guitar?
That's nice. Give her a little background track for her to talk over.
I wouldn't be able to hear the answers if you play the guitar, Harold.
Yeah.
I mean, because you put me on the spot that I talk so much, I'm not saying a thing. I'm just going to listen to you.
No, that's not what she wants either.
That's exactly what she wants. She wants a man who is a very, very deep listener.
You're not listening if you're playing guitar at the same time,
You can
Jeffrey.
do both. You can play guitar and listen.
What?
Harold sounds like a very multi-talented person.
You darn tootin'.
Tell him, Ashley. Tell him exactly what you want right now.
Like, just listen to what I say. Ask me questions about me. Don't make me feel like you're testing out your jokes.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to give it a try right now, Harold? Why don't you ask her a question about her that has nothing to do with you?
All right.
Let's practice.
Yeah. Do you like whipped cream?
What?
Whipped cream. Don't laugh.
Do
It's
you?
a good question.
Ashley?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, do you like the little whips?
What?
Whips? Like a leather whip now?
I'm just trying to find out about her, guys.
Yeah, okay. He's trying to find out about what types of foods you like.
No,
and whips.
Ask her
Like
questions
real
about.
whips.
Ask her real questions, like about what she likes, what motivates her in life, what her
now
passions
you guys
are.
are so picky. It's like, now there's to be specific questions.
Okay, let me ask you this most important question of them all.
All
right.
Do you like Cinemax After Dark or HBO Plus?
Okay.
I like HBO Plus.
Okay, now we getting somewhere.
We're not going anywhere, Harold.
So,
are we getting to the end? That's what we need to get to.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
'Cause
I'm
I'm
feeling some synergy here, guys.
I am too, Harold. And you know what? That's why I would love to ask Ashley, would you like to go out on one more date with Harold? We will pay for it. Dinner's going to be free, and so are the jokes.
Yeah. It's free comedy.
The dinner sounds great, but to be honest, I don't think I can stand the headache of not being listened to. That's really a big thing for me.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
Oh.
You want me to leave the guitar home?
Oh my goodness.
Or I can put it in the trunk in case you change your mind on the date.
With the parachute.
With the parachute,
yeah. And the guitar together.
Oh.
Will you bring your ears
I
today?
most certainly will. I have no problem with that. I just need to spend some more time with you.
It's really sweet, Ashley.
Dude, don't.
I mean, your jokes were funny. Some of them.
What?
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, if you just eat a peanut butter sandwich, it's all good. But there is nothing like peanut butter, jelly, and banana. And Ashley, you're that banana.
Oh.
And you're the peanut butter and the jelly?
Where's the bread?
I don't think more romantic words have ever been said.
Wait, are you actually changing your mind on this, Ashley? Are you actually turning?
I don't know. I mean, he is kind of cute.
Oh
my God, this is working.
I mean, boys and girls, do you hear that?
Oh.
She said it. There's some synergy up in this here air.
I feel the synergy too. Okay.
Oh my
All right. Ashley, we're sending you out one more time. Even if you change your mind, you're going out on one more date with Harold.
Okay.
Oh my God, you have to update us on this because I need to know how the second night went.
Harold, are you feeling happy right now?
I'm a little speechless. I can't even talk.
Oh,
that's exact. Keep with that. Stick with that.
Go with that feeling.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.